Beautiful. All right. Microphone's on. Spotify is
It's weird seeing it in delay.
going. Yeah, going bye-bye.
Because I adjusted my glasses and I didn't
You're like
realize,
waiting.
I didn't realize that
Yeah.
I had adjusted my glasses and
Who is that?
looked up and saw me doing it. I'm like, I remember doing it.
It's like you're seeing into the past.
Yes.
My persuasion is 0.
Persuasion 0? You thought you were like super charismatic?
Yeah, anyway.
So the issue is I'm not. I'm playing like I'm charismatic,
But you're not actually.
that's what I said to you. I was just like, I'm
You've been
playing like a
lucky.
warlock.
You've
The
been
funny,
lucky.
funny thing is, Thayron's persuasion is actually +4.
See, but if I was a
nice.
warlock, yeah, he has +7 because he's a
Wow.
Sork.
sword.
Yeah. Well, mostly Sork.
But that's the thing is that my spellcasting ability is
-1.
my,
You are not charismatic.
What's your charisma?
7?
-20.
-1.
so
Well, so you're in like a 9.
Let me see. I'm still a -1. Or not, yeah, I'm a 9. I thought I added though the last time that we upgraded to the next level.
But it's every 2. It's the even numbers that give you a bonus.
Right.
If you're at 9 now,
So
then
you only
need
add
to
the next
add-
I would say you were at an 8.
Yeah.
That's your dump stat. Charisma is your dump stat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
and you're.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Well, I still don't think that Thayron is like the negotiator, but that's
We
interesting.
all keep trying to be these people we are.
You know, I like it.
We're
I
doing
appreciate,
Makes it more interesting.
We
I
are doing
appreciate that
okay.
you guys have a lot of like character development, and you're like sort of trying to, like get better at your weaknesses.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
real life.
But I might need to try to use my. I might
This
need
is
to try to
exactly
use my
like
strength
real
a little
life.
bit more, right?
I mean, you could use your strength a little bit more.
Play to your strengths. Nah.
Play to your
Who does
strengths.
that?
Right.
Um,
Augment your weaknesses.
So, all right. So, last time, a lot kind of happened. The party got split up a little bit while you were in the town of Barovia. Arthur and Thayron made their way to the church, where they had a lovely encounter with Donovich, the priest. Could have gone better. Meanwhile, the rest of the party decided to go shopping at Bildreth's Mercantile, where Gregory persuaded
We'll use that word.
Bildreth to sell some health potions in exchange for some gemstones.
It's more like wore him down.
Yeah, debated,
What? I
persuaded,
didn't kill anyone.
annoyed,
Annoyed is a good.
annoyed to the point of giving in. Yeah. And you guys were met by one of Arthur's criminal enterprise contacts, little Vistani boy, that came and found you and told you that you were needed at the chapel. And unfortunately, Gregory, you and Ismark did not make it to the chapel. You had something come up that you couldn't make it to the chapel. But the rest of the party did make it up to the chapel and helped Arthur and Thayron discover that Donovich's son had unfortunately been turned into a vampire spawn and had been locked in the basement for quite a while. He was a little hungry, starving, even some might say. They went down into the basement, Gregory, and assisted
Good work.
the son. Doru is his name. Was his name?
Was.
They assisted him with his hunger
They killed him.
permanently.
Yeah, they-
Yeah, they killed him. Yes.
So we're officially vampire hunters now? Was that our
I mean, yeah, like
confirmed
close.
vampire?
Yeah.
this is a confirmed vampire kill.
And we didn't have to burn the building down.
Michael,
No.
care if I turn this? Yeah.
Like up a little
Oh,
bit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You have my head cut.
Your beard.
Well, now it's perfect. You're in your Manson glory.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Maybe a little one.
No, I like it.
I can go. I think I was smidge lower.
Oh, TV.
Smidgen.
Technical difficulties.
That's better.
No, you're perfect. Yeah, everyone looks great.
Looks like you're vlogging.
The
Like,
Like,
hey
spare
guys.
bed
Hey
doesn't look
guys.
The spare bed doesn't look quite as OnlyFansy tonight.
Shannon.
Yeah. Feels way better than, yeah.
So you guys had an interesting time explaining to Donovich that his son couldn't be saved, essentially. And he took it pretty well until Arthur decided he wanted to try and loot the rooms of the church on the way out.
Ooh, that sounds about right.
And then, upon exiting the church, kind of being dragged out by the rest of the party, you guys were all met by Gregory and Ismark, who approach you and, excuse me, too much goulash. That goulash is goulashing. They approach you guys and basically tell you that there is a serious problem at the Burgomaster's mansion and that you are needed right away. Let us bring up a little mappy-do. What? You need a mappy-do.
Little mappy-do-do.
Little
I'm happy to
mappy-do.
you.
You guys are in. I'll switch to the table view here. You guys are up here at the church, cemetery in the background. Burgomaster's mansion, far side.
Ooh, there's
Actually, no, sorry. Burgomaster's mansion right here.
Okay.
You guys need to make your way back across town if you want to assist Gregory and Ismark. You don't have to, obviously. Just live your lives. But Ismark looks at you and he says, there's been word from my sister Irina. Our father's been injured. There's been an attack tonight. And what you notice is the sun has completely set on the evening while you spent the day in the church and shopping. It has turned to nighttime, and you can hear screams coming from the town off in the distance from the church.
I would like to regroup with everyone.
Yeah, I
Yes.
missed you.
Humanly possible.
Yes, yeah, you are back with them. You and Ismark is with you. He assisted you in a little bit more shopping, walking around town, and you guys were able to
Just shopping.
stroll. You guys were able to stroll.
bag.
It sounds like we had like a little. We had like a
Ding,
little.
ding.
You found some
You were
sunglasses.
able to acquire a donkey and a wagon, though.
So what you're saying is I got some ass.
You got some ass.
Like only Caleb could. For Gregory.
You got some
like
ass.
Good.
and a wagon. And they will be ready for you when you are ready to depart the town.
Love it.
As you look down into the town, those of you with night vision,
Hello. Everyone.
everyone except the human, are able to perceive that the villagers, what few of them there are in the main street between the church and the Burgomaster mansion, are kind of screaming and running back into their homes, and there are creatures, humanoid in nature, looking, sort of chasing them into their homes and running through the streets as well. you guys want to do?
Are we all together?
You're all together.
Okay.
You're all together outside the front gate of the church with the main street.
So they're running through the main street.
Yeah.
Okay.
I look at you.
Chasing the folks.
Yeah, chasing the town.
What did you do?
I think I might have had somewhat of a date. I'm not entirely sure.
Like what?
There's more
Did you
important.
piss
Oh,
me off?
no, wait.
More important things.
And Ismark is like, this really isn't the time.
What did you buy?
I bought an ass.
I'm not judging. It's just.
Ma'am,
Not
no,
fast.
what do you call a gnome? Is it ma'am or miss? What do I call
What do you
you?
want to call me?
I
think
don't
it's- I think
know,
it's-
frankly, what I want to call you. I know that my sister needs our help and my father has been injured. Can we please talk about our shopping trip some other time?
This is down, come under attack. Is this a regular thing?
It has been for the past few nights, yes.
Okay.
It's been getting worse every night.
Can I roll? Would it be Arcana or Religion to identify what these creatures are?
Why don't we send Arthur out to, like, do some recon?
Is Arthur here or is Arthur?
Arthur's with you. I'm Arthur tonight.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you're.
Here. Let me,
Try to find out what you can, but maybe our scout should go try to see what you can see from the rooftops.
How many cigarettes do you smoke per day?
It's getting.
It's
I admit it's become a problem.
At least you're self-aware. That's not fair.
I have to bring up
As a
characters.
recap, for anyone that didn't see the last two episodes, Theron's throat is recovering from
Traumatic injury.
They were
Traumatic
trying to
injury.
I
kill
would say it's
himself,
dramatic. Yeah.
Cut his vocal cords. So, Daryl will be talking like this for the foreseeable future.
All right.
Love it. Love it.
I love it
Arthur-
as well.
Arthur's gonna do what Arthur does. He's gonna attempt to jump up onto. He's not
Or not.
gonna do that. Did you guys see that?
Like
Is he-
for a
is he tripping
second.
No, I didn't see it.
That was a nat 1. To do an athletics check to climb up the side of one of the buildings.
Did he
Love that.
fall?
Oh yeah, he slipped and fell.
Well, we can leave him behind.
He's going to.
Come on here.
He's going to check and see what he can see. That's much better. As Arthur looks down through the street, not from on top of the building, from street level, because climbing didn't go so well, he is able to detect and release you guys. It looks like they look human, but they also look dead. Their skin looks like it's falling off.
I think that's what else could it be than some sort of the undead zombies.
I mean, yes, I think it's safe
okay.
to say.
I wasn't sure whether you had seen zombies. Yeah.
Now,
I'm familiar with the concept, but I haven't seen one myself.
hey,
in
Rob.
flesh, if you will.
Hey, Rob, do you perhaps have this spell turn undead?
Well, it seems pretty. But maybe we should save it.
I think he's nervous because it didn't work last time.
I mean,
I tried it last time. It didn't go so well, so
it's
give it another shot.
It's possible. Do we want to engage or what's
Let's just head down, and if we need to engage, we engage.
all right?
I mean, do we get a concept of like how many zombies we're seeing?
Yeah, like
You can
what are
see
we
at
looking
least 4 or 5 in this main street, scattered around different
we can
houses.
handle a small.
Are there a lot of civilians in the main street?
Not anymore.
Can I
They're
roll
the main
history
interact.
just to see if I know as much about zombies as I do vampires?
Give it a shot, yeah.
16
Um,
plus 3, so
you
yeah.
know, and you have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know these zombies they're moving faster and a little too athletic to be like the normal zombies that you've encountered before in the past. Like, you've encountered shamblers. These are 28 days later sprinter zombies.
On cocaine.
Yeah, cocaine zombies. So you don't know exactly what's going on with them, but you can tell that they're not moving like zombies that you've seen in the
Okay.
How
past.
wide is the street?
15, 20 feet across. And what you notice as you guys are sort of like discussing what to do is as these zombies have chased the townspeople into their houses, they all turn towards the Burgermaster mansion, and they all just start slowly like walking
So let's,
down the road.
and let's hit it.
We have to,
They start making their way
Towards us?
towards the opposite
No,
direction, towards the
oh.
mansion.
Towards where we need to go.
How far down the road are they?
They're like down here, probably about 50 or 60 feet away from you.
Okay.
I think we clear out. Whatever.
You guys are right here,
Okay.
and they're just sort of making their way down the street.
Let's actually
Towards the mansion.
cut the bucket.
I think we take out whatever's on our way to the house, but
Yeah.
I don't think we need to clear the town of zombies.
I cast fireball down the street towards the zombies.
You will have to at least get to this bend
Okay.
in the street.
That's fine.
Give me a stealth. Are you trying to do it sneakily, or are you just going for it?
Nah, we're just fucking send it.
Going for
Yeah,
it.
we're. I think we're actually
Yeah, we're all engaging at
Okay.
this point.
right
Alright.
on.
At least
Yeah,
minimal
let's
engagement.
go.
Okay. Give me a stealth check though.
Okay.
I want to see if maybe you can surprise them.
Yeah, that's a no.
That's a negative.
I know that was a 3.
Yeah. Okay. So, as you make your way down and sort of turn the corner, the two zombies that are in like the rearmost position here, they like stop as they're making their way down the street, and you hear them like.
Really
They like
good.
really hard. They like, turn towards you, and they go and like they unhinge their jaws, and they're like. And they start
Wow.
like shambling towards you, and you're gonna cast fireball.
Yep.
Really hope the microphone picked that up.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll pick up the crack.
No, I need you to make a dex save for everybody.
Not everybody.
Well,
The two zombies. The two zombies.
Well, wouldn't it be all 4?
The other two are farther than 20 feet.
I have a range of 150 feet.
Right, but I'm saying your fireball is 20-foot radius.
Right.
The other two are too far away. You've got two that you can hit with your fireball.
So, but if I'm casting down a hallway, like it's essentially just straight shot, isn't it? Or no?
No, you have
No.
point of impact.
Yeah.
And then from there it expands to
Gotcha. Okay.
radius.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is like your fireball's radius will hit two of them. Two of them are too far towards
Okay.
the Burgermaster mansion to hit.
That is fine. I thought they were.
One of them makes the save, one of them misses the save.
Okay.
And how far are the farther ones?
The farther ones are about,
I'd say if you guys have made your way here, the farther ones are about
100 feet away from you.
So that's 22 points of damage for the one that failed and 11 for the one that saved.
Okay.
The one that or are they side by side?
you have two here
Right.
that are side by side, and you have like another two that are further up towards the mansion.
The mansion also side by side. Yes.
And how far are the ones closer to the mansion?
The ones closer to the mansion are about 100 feet from you.
Oh, okay. Is there any way that I can line it up? Like, so I can hit two of them? Like one in the front, one in the back?
I
They're
would
moving
say
slow.
yes if you have a spell that travels in a straight line.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I grab a little glass rod and a little piece of fur and rub it on the glass rod, and a lightning bolt travels from that point down.
Okay.
Are you
You
two
need-
standing on steps of the church or anything, or are you
No,
around
we,
a little?
we made it. We had to make it
Oh, so
down
we are all the
here.
way down there now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are.
And I think positioning, I would think Theron and Marge would probably be side by side trying to stay in front of you guys.
Yeah.
Again, that's going to be a. It's going to be a deck save.
Another deck save.
Yeah, DC
So 14.
17.
These two guys. These two guys that are like.
How many Eldritch Blast do you have? How many rays?
It's just one.
You guys are like
Got it.
here. It is Marcus with you.
Wait.
Izzy. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
you
guys have to call him
decide.
Izzy.
You decide which one.
So
Which ones?
these two guys fireballed.
Right.
Okay.
One of them, you said 22 damage to
Yeah.
one and 11 to the
Yeah.
other. One of them, as you hit with your fireball, is just engulfed in flames. And like he's still sort of like shambling towards you, but he is charred. The other one, singed, still moving,
Gotcha.
still moving towards you.
One's bloodied, one's injured.
You need deck saves also.
Yeah. 17.
17.
Sorry.
These are Zambos. They're not dexterous.
You beat mine.
Yeah, I just rolled a nat 20 on one. Um,
Said they were quick.
the further one makes the dex save. The closer one does not.
Okay.
You doing third level on that?
Yo, you gonna do
Yeah,
third
it's a
level?
third
You
level.
gonna do third level with that lightning bolt?
I mean, we both have fourth level now. You have fourth level as well? Or is it
Now I
just-
do know.
Okay, it's just.
I don't know.
I'm with you.
How many dice are you rolling?
I think is it an 86?
86.
Yeah, it's 86.
Oh. Ah.
Yeah, that's a cool shirt.
It's
I was
very
wondering if anyone noticed it yet.
So, if it failed, it took 26. If it saved, it took 13.
Okay, so this one that was singed a little bit, but still making its way towards you. As your lightning bolt blasts through it, it's literally just splattered across the walls of the houses nearby and explodes. Your lightning bolt continues to travel down and hits the other one. Now those two didn't know that you were here, but you hit the one in the back and like light it up with electricity, and they turn towards you guys, and now we are like officially in combat, so I'm gonna have you guys roll initiative
But
for me.
I have another thing that I'm
Oh, okay.
doing.
Well, you still have surprise.
Well, yeah. I quicken. I quicken my Eldritch Blast, and
What?
Bailey's?
that one is
Straight.
That one is almost incinerated.
I'm gonna
kind
go
of-
after that one.
Okay.
Good to know.
17 on the die.
To hit?
With,
Yeah.
Yeah, hits.
Well, I mean, it would be a 24, but
Just gonna do shots.
I mean, either way it hits.
Drop knight.
yeah,
We'll be in here.
9 points of force.
With 9 points of force damage, he was charred and barely shambling towards you. You strike him with a magic missile?
No, it's Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast?
So
You smack him with an Eldritch Blast, and he is launched off his feet, smacks into the building behind him, and just crumples to the ground.
Okay.
So,
Spellcaster's doing spellcaster.
guys took out 2 of the Zambos before you even
Engage.
got noticed, yeah. Okay, so.
I rolled a 20 on initiative.
Do you get
I got a 19. I can't believe you beat my 19.
I know, it's weird.
for what?
Gregory, you,
Hard.
Oh, it's just one.
Gregory, you rolled a 7, right?
Yeah.
I
And
lied.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I get more.
It's multiples, yeah.
I haven't been playing it that way.
Yeah.
I should play it more that way.
Because that was how I. That was how
are you able to also Eldritch Blast the other ones too?
I'm able to hit one more.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought at level 7, I thought you had 2.
Actually, it's level 5.
Okay,
And level 11, I get 3.
that's what it is.
Nat 20.
Fuck yeah, let's go. Wow.
Yeah, this is going
Which one of the two are you hitting? The one that's already been hit by your lightning?
Yeah, the
bolt?
one that's already been hit.
Okay.
I don't think there's going to be anyone left.
You're welcome.
You guys just want to run across and let's just see what happens?
We'll just take the dash action.
That would be
Probably wouldn't have been in here. We'll take the dash
23 points.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, baby.
As you launch your second Eldritch Blast from your other hand, it travels like all the way down the street. Everybody, you get a whole party just watches as this. What color are your
Purple.
Eldritch Blast? Purple.
Just like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
As your like
Cool.
purple Eldritch Blast just flies through the street, it smacks the other zombie, launches him off of his feet, and he skids across the ground, and he just leaves like flesh, and his legs fall off. Like you literally
Skid
knocked. His feet are where
Yeah.
his feet are where he was standing when you hit him with the Eldritch Blast, and the rest of him is just smeared across the
Absolutely
Yeah.
love it.
pavement. So can you send him my way?
Souvenirs.
Yep, that
Send
one.
him.
So
Yeah.
there's only one left.
It took me longer to paint
Pharaoh.
these. It took me longer
Yeah.
to paint these.
in a weird twist of fate, you start off our turn
I
order.
thought she got 20.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. You start off our
That's
turn.
Yeah.
nice.
You start off.
What's
our
that? Do you
turn.
have Misty Step?
Don't think I. Yes, I do.
So how I used to play Warlock is I would cast one ray, Misty Step, cast the other ray. Because you can use Misty Step as bonus actions.
14.
Bounce all over the
I'm gonna
place.
use my longest one that I got. So.
Yeah.
You just like, so you're just bouncing all over the place like a sniper essentially.
With that.
Did you just roll a nat 20?
2 nat 20s in a
Are you
row.
guys all rolling nat 20s? What do? Are you right at frosting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would just do that with Misty.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I
yeah.
hit.
Yeah, nat 20
Yeah.
hits. So go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll your critical damage.
The reason I did this is
14.
picking up the Eldritch Blast
So you
14.
froze it?
at the low.
Can we
He's
replace
movement
that with
speed.
one of
Other spells.
Or it's frozen?
No, it's not Phineas and
No,
Ferb.
well, I just meant they're.
Yeah, as you
I picked up
point your
spells,
wand, as you point your wand down the street march,
Oh,
you just ice beam the zombie, and it's like it had just started turning to like make its way towards you, and it's just like covered in ice crystals. Yeah. So your attack hits. Yeah, she ran frosted with the nat 20.
hell yeah.
Anything else for your turn? Bonus action.
Don't think I really. I think I have to be close range for everything.
Do you have dash as a bonus action being a fighter? Or is that just like a rogue thing?
I feel like that's just a rogue thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think so. Let's see. Bonus
I
action.
don't think you have dash. As a
No,
bonus
just
action.
two weapon.
Okay. All right. Cool. Then next up is Thayron.
Third level to get the bonus action for dash hide.
What is my movement? 30 feet. Okay. Yeah. Theron is going to head up. 30.
Yep, 7.
And I am going to cast spiritual weapon, and is going to appear 60 feet in front of him. So right there.
Mm-hmm. Here you go.
Thank you.
Your spiritual weapon, sir.
Yeah. I think it was that one. And that was a bone. That was a. And then as a bonus action, you can move the weapon 20 feet and repeat the attack against the creature. Oh, I probably had to attack once because it says repeat the attack.
What is the casting? Is it a
The-
bonus action?
Casting time is one bonus action.
So you can't do two bonus actions.
Yeah. You can do
So,
an
so
action.
you
and a bonus
can
action,
cast it and
Gotcha.
conjure it,
but not move it in the
but not move it in
in
the
the same turn.
Right.
Interesting. So hold on a second. So
I'll give you a chance to rescind it if you.
So
don't
then,
want to cast
if I take the dash action, I can get close enough to attack.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna dash.
Bingo.
And now I'm going to
Now
cast
you have 60
spiritual
feet
weapon as a bonus
in
action
range
against the zombie.
Absolutely.
And you still have an action.
I took dash.
You can still move. You can move.
He took his movement already.
Yeah.
He had already
Yeah.
moved and then dashed as an action, and now he's
Got it.
taking his bonus action to spiritual.
Got it. I
weapon.
didn't.
Yeah.
All right,
I didn't
so
see
then-
it moved.
As an action. Spiritual weapon. Okay, so I'm going
So
to roll a hit.
What?
Oh, 10 to hit.
Still
Hits.
But he is frozen.
It hits.
Okay. I do 5 damage with my spiritual
How
weapon.
you doing?
You wind up your spiritual weapon, and it smacks the zombo in the jaw, and like snaps its jaw off to the side. It is bloodied and frozen, so it cannot move as well, but it is still intact.
Okay.
And now it's just sort of, just like standing there, sort of like lurching back and forth. Up next is Arthur Winvane.
That was his last name.
I love it.
It is his last
D&D
name.
character. I'm
Yeah.
like,
I'm gonna 5, 10, 15,
fully
20, 25, 30, so that you guys are not in my line. And we are going to knock a crossbow bolt. And we'll fire our 2 shots. Yep. Both hit. First one, 7 points
oh yeah.
piercing. Second one, 11 points. The first crossbow bolt that Arthur loads, he fires it, and it thuds into the zombie's chest, and the zombie like just turns and screeches at him. And he loads up his second bolt, fires this one right into the zombie's forehead, and you just watch his head snap back,
Oh, yeah.
and it crumples to the ground.
Nice.
You, as far as you guys can see, the street is clear between here and the Burgomaster mansion. You can see all the way up the hill. You can see the mansion up on the hilltop. Let me bring that up.
Just looking to see what it looks like
You know,
top down.
I looked a little bit
Oh, neat.
Irish.
You all look a little vampirish. It's good though. It's a good look.
Yeah.
You ever watched What We Do in the Shadows?
I'm upset.
I
feel like
not
I
watch.
feel like I
What We
could
Do in
pull
the
off an
Shadows.
Andor outfit.
100%. 100%. Actually, I'm just gonna do another.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do another.
Stop.
Do you want me to go to Andor this time around?
So I like the grass moving.
As you
I expect
look
you to
up,
do that.
Weird.
oh no, it's fine. It's fine. As you look up the hill, what you see is you see a weary-looking mansion behind a rusted iron fence. The gates are twisted and torn open. The right gate is cast aside on the ground, and the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet, against the walls, the growth has been tramped down to create a path all about the domain. There are heavy claw marks on the beautiful finish of the walls, and all of the windows are boarded up. All of the glass has been broken from the windows, and there is evidence that multiple fires have been set outside of the mansion as you approach.
I hope we're not too late.
Well, that doesn't exactly go.
But there's no movement outside.
There's no movement outside, and as you make your way up to the front of the mansion, I know you guys have your attachment to the wands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess your spiritual weapon is still active.
Oh yeah. I think
Ismark steps up in front of you and he says,
1 minute. No, I would say it's gone.
he's it only lasts a minute?
Yeah.
Oh, bummer.
Wow.
Yeah, it'll take
It's
longer
dead,
than a
Jim.
minute. It's dead, Jim. It'll take longer than
Yeah,
a minute
duration,
to
1
make it
minute.
up the street, unfortunately. As you make your way up towards the mansion, Ismark steps ahead of everyone and he says, Arena, it is me, it is your brother Ismark. Please, let us in. And there's no answer from the house. And he cries out again, Arena, let us into the mansion. And you hear from inside the mansion, you hear, Ismark, father is dead. They came for him earlier in the night. I had to drag him back into the house. Be on your guard, they may still be out there.
I look at Theron, I'm like, she's not hungry.
This feels like a
Oh no, that's too soon.
Is that too soon?
That's a
First.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
we're not back yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
And Ismark
It might not be too late.
returns back to the group. He says,
I'm a, oh, go ahead.
Oh, no.
I don't wanna interrupt.
no, go ahead.
Oh, I am a cleric. I might be able to help.
And give me a persuasion check. With advantage because you have Ismark. You have Ismark with you.
Persuasion.
+4.
First one is 15. 15.
As you shout across the courtyard of the Burgomaster's mansion, that you may be able to help Arena and Ismark's father, you see the door creak open, and a dark-complexioned woman, long dark hair, wearing mail armor and carrying a silvery long sword, steps out from the front door of the mansion. She says, You would be able to help my father, even though he does not breathe?
Well, he's already healed himself, so you may end up talking like you smoke 3 packs a day, but it's worth a shot.
Ismark, who are these strange companions that you have found?
We went on a date.
And Ismark is
Oh, I
blushing.
think
He
you-
says, No, Arena, it was
How
not.
did it not?
It was not like that.
Wow.
We went shopping. All we did was go shopping. It wasn't like that.
Shopping.
And Arena says,
You'd say you want
please,
ass, right?
please come quickly. She points at you, Theron. She points at you, Theron. She says, please come quickly. He's inside. Maybe it's not too late.
Theron rushes forward.
Oh, she's in.
Theron rushes in. As you start running across the yard, Ismark accompanies you. As you,
I'm also gonna go up.
as Marge also.
She made it.
As you make your way across the yard to the mansion, you are suddenly accosted with the sound of earth churning around you, and you hear snarls, and as Arena watches, and you three that are running towards her can see on her face the horror that appears on her face, and she says, "Oh God, they're back! not again. And as you are attempting to rush your way across the courtyard, from around you burst several more of the zombies that you encountered
Oh wow.
in the streets. And you also hear from the edges of the mist of the courtyard
Yes. So excited.
snarling,
After it.
snarling, and jaws snapping as you see two large werewolves rush at you from the sides. And I am gonna need some more initiative rolls from everybody.
Oh, there we go. That's a 20.
Sure is.
19.
Okay.
Girl, let's get it.
Do you have a bonus?
Pitter patter.
Initiative? I don't think so.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I have a 19.
What?
Which means they're all kind of pointless.
I was gonna say, I had 19 plus 1. He had a 20.
Yeah, I don't
he has
know
a
if I have
19.
a
He's an
bonus.
18.
Where would that be? I've
It would be right on your main character screen. It would just say initiative.
Yeah, she has a plus 2.
Okay, so 21.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So she rolled. She technically rolled the highest.
And Arthur rolls a
Well, yeah, because not 20 doesn't really matter in initiative, right?
I don't think so.
That's not bad either.
Yeah, we're doing great.
Yeah.
Some
We're gonna-
initiatives.
Way to waste them now, right? We all got eye
Hey,
rolls for initiative.
I start something.
Let's get a little ambiance going here.
We turn the lights red.
This could be bad.
That
You
lights.
put on the smooth jack.
Ooh.
turn the lights
I don't
I
know.
like that. I like the sound of that.
Combat
Let's get at it.
Crowbar?
Patter.
lights.
Done.
Whoa.
Done.
We'll preserve the night vision.
Yeah.
And let's switch to the.
That does look good though.
Oh, you can't see the red. That's
No,
weird.
for us. Yeah. For
Oh
us,
yeah.
it's
So weird.
It just looks normal.
Combat view.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
Looking wild.
dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
It looks like you just turned on the lights.
It does. It does kind of look like it looks a lot brighter than Michael.
It's weird.
It does.
What if you dim the red or dim it?
I don't want to dim the red.
Okay.
All right, Michael.
I don't care how it looks on camera.
We
Okay.
have an audience.
Yeah, I
okay?
just care about
Yeah,
our
what,
fans.
people?
Our fans.
We just want to give the
Hi,
fans.
Tyler.
It's either Tyler or
If you
Wolfhard.
Gnome Diggity. I don't know. Someone
Oh.
named Gnome Diggity has been.
I know.
Hey, no.
Diggity.
Thanks for joining us.
Hi, welcome
For
back
me.
to Dungeons
Uh,
and
There, there.
Gnome Diggity. Up
Maybe we
first
start
in the turn
introducing
order
ourselves.
is
Oh, like,
it's March.
Maybe.
We have people joining us that
Okay.
met us before.
Yeah, it's
What
this
you
is
got?
my thought process.
Okay. Run me through your thought process.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
good.
Yeah.
We're gonna start.
Okay.
We're gonna start.
It's a great start.
I'm assuming. I'm just saying without.
That's what we think.
I'm assuming.
That's where we go.
Yes, you and me. That these undead are probably trained not to go after her because he's obsessed with her. I could be wrong. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is instead of casting this on her, I'm going to cast this on Theron because you keep dying. I'm going to yes,
Ouch.
protection from
dude.
good and evil.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm going to touch you, and now they have disadvantage on attack rolls on you.
I feel so warm.
And then since I'm by that zombie,
Mhm.
I'm gonna stabby stab with the silver.
Okay.
Can I do that?
You still have a short sword?
Yeah. That's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And then I'm gonna stabby stab for 8 damage.
Okay.
That lasts for 10 minutes, by the way. So
Oh, excellent. I think we'll be okay.
Any movement, or are you cool and
I'm cool there.
then up next with a nat 20 and the higher dex bonus is Gregory.
I'm gonna cast Summon Greater Demon.
Oh shit. Okay.
For those of you who don't know, I utter foul words summoning a demon chosen from the abyss. Basically, it's a challenge
You've
rating
been
of 5.
dying to use this.
This may or may not backfire, but it's a 4th level, so it is one of my nukes, but I really
Wow.
want to give it a go. But basically,
You did not have
it's
to do that.
it's casting. I'm summoning a demon that is under my control, and at the end of the demon's turn, it has to make a charisma saving throw. And if it,
Or kill you.
basically, it has. If it passes the saving throw, it will attack the nearest non-demon creature.
Oh boy.
Okay, where do you want him?
Why are you using a nuke in this situation?
I want him towards the werewolves. Go with that. The one by you.
Oh, I'm so glad you used that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what size is the demon?
So it's a challenge rating of 5 or lower. So I don't. Does the DM want to pick a demon? I don't.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, I was just wondering whether it's large or medium. Thank you. That one.
And
Alright.
also as part of the casting spell, I form a circle of my own blood around myself, and basically it encompasses around me entirely. While it lasts, the demon can't cross this circle. It can't harm me.
Do you want me to decide what you summoned?
Yeah.
Did we show the audience what the demon looks like? For our fans out there.
And basically, I am.
This is the thing that Gregory just summoned.
And basically, I am concentrating throughout
Yeah,
this entire endeavor. So this is a concentration spell. So I'm sitting in a circle of my own blood, concentrating on controlling this demon for the next hour.
You have summoned a Dybbuk.
Cool. I'm
Ooh.
gonna look up what that is. How do you spell that?
Dybbuk.
Did
Dybbuk?
not think it was spelled like
I was gonna go with
Wow.
eyes somewhere in there. So it's apparently a movie.
It is also a movie. It comes from Jewish lore.
You would
Interesting.
love it.
you would.
You would. Yeah.
Wow.
They are incarnations of chaos and evil. They are puppet masters in their natural forms. They appear as translucent flying jellyfish, but they rarely travel in that fashion, and instead, they find the first suitable corpse, and they take its skin and become whatever it is.
That's awesome.
That sounds really friendly.
That's what
Yeah.
you summoned
Hell yeah.
in front of... Hell yeah!
This could go
Love
south
it.
so easily.
That's
It-
what you summoned
it
in
could,
front of the
but
werewolf.
I want to
So let me just ask, and I know Theron can't know this, right? He doesn't see you either because he's not facing
Right.
you. So you're concentrating on this. What happens if you lose concentration, like if you get attacked?
So if I break concentration,
Right?
Demon,
That's
it
important
comes
to know.
loose and
Right?
attacks you guys.
I don't think it comes loose automatically. It'll
Yeah.
pull up though.
Don't worry, I'll charm it.
If you stop concentrating on the spell before it reaches its full duration, an uncontrolled demon doesn't disappear for 1d6 rounds if it still has hit points.
It doesn't disappear.
Yeah, so basically, if I can choose to make it disappear, but if I break concentration, I roll.
It's just there.
I roll 1d6, and that's how many rounds it lasts.
So it doesn't automatically turn against us.
No, so even if it saves on a charisma throw, it doesn't automatically turn against us. It will attack the closest thing to it that is not a demon.
Okay.
So it is a little sketchy, but not as sketchy as I think you originally thought.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so essentially, what you guys see is, you see Gregory kind of just at the back line, and you see him just like muttering in almost like an abyssal language as he is just like opening up his palms and smearing blood on the floor. And from the earth, like shadows begin to erupt in front of the one werewolf, and this creature with like saggy skin falling off of its body and talons appears in front of the one werewolf, and it just sort of and you have summoned a greater demon. Is there anything else you're gonna do with your turn?
Nope, I'm gonna chill in a circle
Okay.
of my own blood with my eyes shut for the next hour if anyone needs me.
All right.
So, but it doesn't attack this shit.
What does it?
I think it can. Roll. I get to roll initiative for it. When you summon it, initiative turns after.
It has a +4 to Dex, so it has a +4 to Initiative. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll a d20.
As a 16 plus 4, so that's a 20.
A 20. Okay. So it'll be Arthur up next in the turn, or Theron up next in the turn order, and then the Dybbuk in the
Okay.
turn order. All right. Theron. Here we go.
Okay. Theron looks around him and he sees that he's surrounded by zombies, and he yells out,
Handle the undead, focus on the werewolves.
and he uses channel divinity, and he casts turn undead.
What's the radius on that?
30 feet.
Cool.
I would hit every single one of the
Yeah.
zombies.
They must make a wisdom saving throw and beat a 14.
They're not the ones.
Anything that fails it is turned for 1 minute and tries to flee away from us unless they are attacked.
First one, 12. Second one, 16. We'll just do
And if they fail,
clockwise.
and they are CR of half or lower, they're instantly destroyed.
Second one, 16. Third one, 16. Fourth, 14.
They have to.
That's that one.
Yeah, it is a DC 14.
Mhm.
Is that
Yeah.
beating it or matching?
It
It beats.
beats
It
it.
speeds.
Fifth.
Well, no, it has to.
Beat it, right?
I thought Tygus the attacker and then meets beats.
Yeah, beats.
Yeah, so if it got a 14, it would beat it.
Yeah,
Correct. It makes the save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Fifth one, 17. Sixth one.
You sure we didn't need
Six
to
point
hit Daryl?
These two are turned,
Okay.
so they have to turn and run as
Go,
far
go,
as
go, 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 go,
Just
go.
open it.
Send it.
You just gotta open them
Yeah, you just gotta open it quick. We'll do that.
because they're nitro.
Beautiful. Fine.
Perfect. It went perfectly. So on their turn, they have to run.
Yeah. Now, starting at 8th level and high. Oh, I'm at 8th level.
8th level.
So
Mhm.
if it's a 1 or lower, they're destroyed.
As you summon your deity, as you summon Ilmatar and curse the undead around you, two of them
I was like,
instantly, two of them instantly go up in smoke and are destroyed, and three of them, their eyes like flash yellow for a second as you attempt to turn them, but they all scream at you and keep charging onwards as the other four are not turned.
Okay. With
And nutritious.
So that pretzel stout.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you like it? I haven't
I
had.
do like it.
Um,
Tasty.
Chatty Monks makes some good shit.
and next,
Sponsor us, please.
I
Yeah, sponsor us,
am.
Jack. Our D&D group. That'd be fucking
It's so great.
Honestly, they're local. If we got big enough, yeah.
Probably could.
It's not even a pipe dream.
just play at their place.
Yeah, we could.
West Reading.
I was gonna say that,
Yeah,
that bar would actually be like,
upstairs.
yeah, upstairs would be a really cool
That
house.
was
for
super
there.
cool.
And then next,
dragging this.
Honestly, like the way he set this up.
Kind of could.
Yeah.
Did you notice I put Mike's dragon up on top of?
Oh.
He asked me to bring it to the D&D table, so I put his dragon up on top
Aw,
of.
that's cool, buddy.
What else are you doing, Theron?
I summon. I cast Spiritual Guardians, and Theron says a prayer and says,
Phineas and Ferb. I summon you with me your
I
aid.
keep forgetting we did that. I really love it.
Yeah,
I
and
love it.
as you speak them into existence, so they are.
And Phineas and Ferb start spinning around me within 15 feet.
You suck. We don't even like you, Theron.
It is immaterial you will serve.
Fine, but we're not going to be happy about it.
And I point at the zombie next to me.
Mm-hmm.
And they have.
When it's turn, it has to make a con save.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. End of turn.
That is the end of my turn.
EOT. Up next, your Dybbuk.
So before I cast, I did do a quick Google search. So while under concentration, I can actually cast normal spells. I just can't cast spells that require concentration.
Okay.
So when it does get back to my turn, I can take normal actions. I just can't do things that do require my concentration. I
Okay.
just wanted to clarify that real quick.
I love it.
But
So I need to make the Dybbuk needs to do what
at
first?
the end of its turn,
At
it
the
makes
end of
it makes a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
It's
So-
going to attack the werewolf.
Okay. Your Dybbuk can it has several actions it can take. It can do a tendril attack with its arms. It can possess a corpse in the area.
Love it.
So there aren't any corpses that you guys can see. So I'm guessing you want it to do tendril attacks.
Yep.
Okay. It does
Tendril attack.
two tendril attacks with a +6 to hit. First one was a 7 + 6, 13.
Tendril attacks.
Let me
That's
see
where
if
it's
that
at.
hits. A werewolf. 13 does hit the werewolf.
Okay, so it's
Got a tendril attack. Jason.
2d8 +4, right?
It is 2d8 +4. Do you want to go ahead and roll damage?
Sure thing.
Go for it. I'll let you roll attacks too. Do you have it brought up now?
Yeah, I've had the sheet brought up.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You can. Yeah.
Let me pull it up and give you. So that's 13 damage +4, so that's going to be 17 points of damage to the werewolf. And then I get two actions, correct?
Yes.
So I'm gonna roll a d20 +6. So that's a 3 + 6. I'm assuming that's not.
That one does not hit.
Alrighty.
What was the damage for your first?
17.
17. As the Dybbuk slashes the werewolf with its clawed hands, it opens up 3 large gashes across its chest. And what you see is the gashes on its chest open up and then sort of close slightly. Give me a history check.
Say 9 + 6, that's a 15.
Werewolves are also resistant to non-magical damage that isn't from a silvered weapon,
Okay.
just like some like the vampire
I
creatures.
got you guys.
You are just gonna
Yeah.
bail you out.
Okay.
You're gonna pounce
Let
that.
me,
Yes, I have to.
Let's go see
Stabby, stabby, stabby. That's all I got.
damage to these 2 hippos that are now dead.
I just see Marge like jumping on it.
So that is the Dybbuk's
I
turn,
might try that.
and I need to make what kind of?
So it says at the end of the demon's turn, it makes a charisma saving throw. It has disadvantage if I say its true name. Do you want me to roll to see if I know its true name? Like roll a history check?
Give
How
me
would
an
you know the werewolf's name?
No,
No,
the
my
Dybbuk's
demon,
Dybbuk.
my demon's name.
Gotcha.
Give me an Arcana check
Okay.
to see if you know its true name.
That's 18.
Yeah, you know its name. What do you want? What do you want its name to be?
Deeposh.
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 All right. So it has disadvantage.
It does, but it doesn't say in the spell what it needs to make to save it, which is where I'm a little
I'm
confused.
just guessing it's your
What's your-
spell save.
yeah.
If it's my normal charisma spell save, pull it up. Yeah, my normal charisma spell save would be 10.
That was an 18,
So it's
and the second roll is a 14.
cool. So
So it makes the same.
yeah,
As you speak the Dybbuk's true name, as it slashes open the werewolf, it turns its head back towards you and it says, Gregory, I'm finished with this. I am coming for you.
Technically, you're not. You're going towards the closest undead thing.
When
That's fair.
and it continues fighting
That's
with the
terrible.
werewolf for now. But knowing its true name did not stop it this round.
Does the werewolf take any damage?
It did take damage, half
Okay.
damage.
Got it.
Up next, Arkin.
Okay. Seeing the two zombies in a nice little line,
Yeah.
we're going to have the two of them make a DC 17 Dex save.
Okay. Are you gonna take a step, one step to the right?
Nah, it's still
Still good
in
enough.
line.
Good enough. Dex save.
Yep.
First one is a 0. The second one is
Mouse.
a
That's
17.
negative 17.
Yeah. 19 minus 2.
He's a -2 dexterity.
Yeah, they're zombies.
28.
Handlers.
So he just kind of shambles to the
36.
side.
36 for 19.
For the fail. And 19 for the success.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a guaranteed kill anyway.
You blast a hole again through the first zombie, and some of the gore splatters onto the back of Theron and Ismark, and Ismark looks back and uses, "What the hell, man?" Shrug. Your second bolt. This one does manage to make the dex save. You do still crack it for 19 points of
19.
damage.
Does Phineas need to roll?
No, I think your incorporeal spirits are fine.
Nothing wrong with that.
And as you blast it with lightning, it hits it in the left shoulder, and you watch as the left part of its chest and its left arm are just blasted away. And it is severely bloodied, even with the successful dex save.
Okay. I will move back over to here
Okay.
and then quicken two Eldritch Blasts at the werewolf
Okay.
over there.
Warlock, warlock.
Yep. 19 hit? Okay, so both hit.
Yeah, they should have natural armor.
Since it's magical damage, do I need to do them separately? Because they're not resistant to magic, right?
They're not resistant to magic. Yeah, you're just rolling straight damage. Yeah.
That's why I'm asking. Like, if I was doing 2 weapon attacks, I'd give you them separately, because you have
Yes.
to deal on.
Yeah.
Okay, so 13 plus, 12 plus 11, so 23.
Okay. Is it moved at all?
No, it's just force damage.
23.
Yes.
As you unleash your 2 purple eldritch blasts at the werewolf, they both hit it in the chest, and like you see like singed and displaced fur fly off of it, and it snarls at you, and there's drool dripping from its fangs, and it takes the full 23
And I
points of
point
damage.
at Arthur.
And it's just like shaking its head. And up next in the turn order is Arthur. He is going to take his first shot at the zombie in front of him. His second shot at the zombie in front of him. First one, 12 points of damage. Second one, also 12 points of damage. 24 points of damage as he fires 2 crossbow bolts into the zombie in front of him. These guys are not resistant to normal damage. As they both pierce into the zombie, it like staggers for a second, and you can see like the bolts are literally just like kind of like falling out of its flesh as it's severely bloodied and it's stumbling towards him. As a bonus action, I'm going to Hunter's Mark I'm gonna Hunter's Mark the werewolf off to the right. Yeah. And move away from you two. And up next, you guys killed a lot of zombies in the first round. Up next, this Zombo. He needs to make a con save,
Yeah.
right?
14. Wisdom, sorry. Wisdom 14.
Save. They're not the wisest creatures in the world. It's exactly a 14. Which means he does not take damage from Phineas.
Takes half damage.
He takes half damage from Phineas.
So instead of 21, it would be 10.
Okay. He is left barely standing. He is going to advance one step forward. And he's going to give you the business.
Wow.
With disadvantage? Why
Yes.
disadvantage?
Because that's
Disadvantage.
Oh, that's right. Oh. He is going to use his loathsome limbs. And he is going to strike you for a 7. With disadvantage, he's not going to strike you. He tries to strike you.
Stumble
and
past
he's
me.
literally just like falling apart in
Like,
front of you.
I don't even
And,
block
like,
it.
He hits you with his one arm that he's got left. His other one's been blown away by the lightning bolt, and it literally just like glances off of your armor, and he just looks at you, and he's like,
Just like chest bump me.
"No, that's all he's got." Up next, the zombie here is going to rush at Gregory,
Bring it on.
Oh,
and he's going to try and bite you.
was hoping it would
16
get
to
angry
hit.
at
Yes, that
Arthur.
hits. I still have no armor.
You still have cloth robes on.
Essentially, yes.
You
But
take-
they look great.
3 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
It's a bite. And it's going to claw at
He's always
you
getting bit.
twice.
I do like getting bit. Yeah.
An 18 and a 15 to hit. Both hit?
Both hit. For those that don't have an AC of 13.
You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as it smacks you.
It is a good thing I
Smacks you
took
with
that
its
feat
arms.
to like double my hit points.
Yeah.
Next in the turn order, the other zombie. Also going to rush at Gregory.
Oh
Oh
no.
my god.
Oh, I should have put
Michael.
the thing on you.
Also going to attempt to bite you to start. You said 13?
Yeah.
Well, 11.
Oh my god.
This is the bite.
Oh my god.
And then a 21 and a 20 to smack you with its arms
Okay.
for 3 and 4, so 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right,
as-
we're still okay.
as the zombie misses you when it tries to bite you, but wallops you a couple times.
All right.
Up next, werewolf fighting Dybbuk. He is going to. How much health does the Dybbuk have?
37, I think.
Okay. First thing he's going to do is attempt to bite the Dybbuk. 17 to hit.
I think that hits. Let me pull it up. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. For 6 points of piercing damage. And then it's going to claw him. 13 doesn't hit.
No.
His claw misses as he wrestles with the Dybbuk, but stays out of your guys.
So how much was the first? You said 6?
The damage was 6 piercing
Okay.
damage, yeah.
We're down to 30.
Okay. And then the second werewolf is going to charge from here.
Don't you do this to me. Does he want to kill me?
Probably not.
Well, unfortunately for him, that's all it can do in this turn, because it can't get close enough to you.
Can't move.
I mean, I don't have
Don't encourage him.
an action
No.
to be able to move again. I have
For
30 feet
sure.
of movement, and I have multi-attack as action.
Okay.
So I don't have extra movement as an action. Which means we are back to the top of the turn order with Marge, the gnome.
The gnome.
The gnome.
You know.
So she's
Duh,
gonna
duh,
do. Wait,
Oh.
what am I doing?
Yeah.
I was gonna say you have a wand
She's
for
going to attempt to jump on the werewolf's back.
Yes.
I have
Yeah.
+3 in athletics. I'm gonna give it a shot.
that. Yeah.
The
Give
chaos.
me an athletics check.
Well, I summoned a Dybbuk.
19?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on the back,
You jump on the back of the werewolf.
and then we're gonna, of course, use my silver weapon.
Of course.
24.
Yeah.
Stabby.
Very
Stabby,
much.
stabby.
Very much hit.
And
Oh, I love this imagery.
move out of the way. Okay.
I want to see how confused the Dybbuk is right now.
7 damage.
Yeah. And it takes full damage from your silvered weapon.
And I don't think I have a bonus action to go. Can I go down? Probably not.
Well, I mean, how many attacks do you have per action?
2.
You can attack
But I-
second time.
Or
Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna try. It's a 14 to hit.
Hits.
That's a 10 damage.
Yeah. And that's with
Nice.
your longsword.
No, my short sword silver.
So it's 10 damage from that. And what was your first set of damage?
So, 7?
7. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You, as you jump on the back of the werewolf, you like, with one hand, you're like gripping its fur, and your other hand has your short sword, and you're just like plunging your short sword into its back. And you just open up these 2 giant wounds on its back, and blood is just rushing down, and it's like snarling and trying to snatch you off its back, but it can't quite do it. And it is bloodied with that damage.
Alright.
Is she at risk of being harmed now by the Dybbuk?
I think
Yeah.
I think the werewolf is still closer.
Oh, okay. Oh, true. Yeah, it's
yeah.
bigger than me.
But she's on top of it.
Up next,
I'm like,
Gregory.
Whoever's closer. Gregory is going to cast Lightning Bolt as a 3rd level at the werewolf incoming.
Okay.
So I need you to make a dex save.
Actually, he wants you to fail it.
Maybe just-
Well, I rolled a 5, so
Hell yeah, motherfucker.
I was rolling really well
That's
earlier.
it's 29 points of
Darrow
damage.
cast turn undead, and
Yeah.
29 points of damage.
At the little werewolf.
Woo! Yeah. Launch that lightning bolt out, and it catches the werewolf square in the chest, and you just watch as its fur stands on end for a moment, and then catches flame, and it is singed and limping as it keeps making its way towards you.
Cool.
Very bloodied.
I'm gonna misstep towards Daryl.
Okay. How many feet?
30 as close as I can get towards Daryl.
30, right about there.
Did you say I get an attack of opportunity to the
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yeah. That was a cool attempt, though.
Alright, that's my turn. That was my
Like on the zombies?
Yeah. Because I'm
What would you have hit them with?
I have a knife.
You don't don't have two weapon fighting.
I think I do actually.
Oh my god. No, you can't attack while you're misty stepping
Well, no, but I pop out of the teleportation.
and then pop back into it.
No, like I Misty Step. It's Misty Step is straight teleportation. It's not blink.
Right.
So I'm just pooping from one spot to another. So I'm pooping directly behind them.
No, no. That's cool.
I
It's
do-
cool, but
I do have two weapon fighting. By the way.
God.
it's wild. You're a wizard. But no. Up next is Theron.
Okay.
Are you making lines for your?
I am.
Love you.
This is why wands are at the table.
We need the wands. We've used them.
You guys use the wands a lot, frankly.
That's what they're there for, Michael.
They're there for a lot of stuff. They're mostly there for like fidgeting.
Yeah.
Because I know you guys need something to do
We do.
while you're playing.
We are a lot.
HD people.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just needed my nails are destroyed. I'm gonna bleed earlier, so let's
They're
play
both,
with this.
both werewolves are in pretty bad shape.
Both werewolves are in pretty bad
The
shape.
zombie
Yeah.
next to me is critical. Those other two zombies, I think, are normal health.
The other two that were attacking Gregory are pretty
Yeah.
healthy. Yeah, the one in front of you is barely standing. Yep.
I hate to cast this. I would use a spell on it.
You just smack it with your mace.
I don't have it equipped.
Punch it.
That's how I cast spells.
Nice.
Yeah.
Give him the business.
I am. Yeah, I am gonna. How about we'll call it. I'm gonna shield bash him. I mean, I'm gonna hit him. You know, I'm gonna unarmed strike.
Yeah, you can punch him.
Yeah.
Do you have a shield?
He does
Dude,
have a shield.
Yeah,
Why
it,
not
looks
just
like, it looks like it's
Smash it with the shield.
Looks like it's
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It doesn't
But it's not
TV.
unarmed. It's
That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
Plus 5, 24 to hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Smack
does
the
3
shit
damage.
out of
It does
it.
3 damage.
Yeah, you kill it. You take your shield and
one?
you smash the zombie in front of you and literally
And then I start-
crush it. Yeah, you crush it into the ground.
Yeah.
And it splatters out from underneath your shield. And Arena is watching from the front porch of the house, and she's like, "Oh, God,
That's the cleric.
you're the healer, aren't you?"
I imagine that
I
she's
have to
probably
be.
very confused by what is
The
currently
whole thing in
happening
general,
before,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
She's impressed, though.
So Ismark has done shit right now.
Yeah.
He has done
I may have
nothing.
forgotten to roll his initiative.
Oh,
They have.
You guys have been doing pretty well.
Let me ask.
I feel like it
Is he
wasn't really.
armed?
Yeah. Because Mark can fight. He's a veteran.
Okay. He's
He's got the stats of a
well, he's
veteran.
doing a great
being
job.
a thing where we get invited places, we have to do all the work.
yeah.
Yeah, it's called Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, that's what we're
Aaron, after he does that, he surveys his surroundings and he heads towards the two zombies that are heading towards Arkin.
Okay.
Can I move through them?
Move between them, yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Mm-hmm. Phineas and Verb come with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
Do you
did
enjoy
my
that
action,
his spiritual guardians are Phineas and Ferb?
Oh, that's fine.
and then I.
They're getting
I think I can
rebooted
do
for
anything
that series. They need to stop rebooting.
Do
it.
people in your D&D
Great.
groups come up with names for their spiritual guardians like Phineas and
No,
Ferb?
no, because our spiritual guardians, in fact, I think we've only used one, and it's just
Just a spiritual guardian.
It's my favorite was my son of
man.
God.
Yeah,
How is
you called your deity.
Yeah, she
how is Arkin looking to me?
killed a dragon.
Oh, yeah.
oh, I have a couple of bruises, but doesn't look like I've really taken.
And the werewolf coming towards you is kind of staggering now. And,
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Okay. The zombies look healthy.
Yeah,
The zombies are intact.
Kill the zombies, Tara.
healthy as zombies look.
I'll have
As
the
healthy
bonus
as
action
zombies
left.
appear.
So the only thing I could do is cast Shield of Faith on Arkin.
For me.
I don't think you're in danger.
Or Marge.
How am I not
She
in
cast
danger?
on you.
I might be. Yeah, we'll.
I
I'm a demon.
No, you know what? Yeah,
I'm 68.
I catch Marge on the back of a werewolf, and and a demon lumbering over the werewolf and
Fun
Marge,
fight, ladies and
Yep.
gentlemen.
and I cast Shield of Faith on Marge,
Range on shield
60 feet.
of faith. All right, you got it.
Pitter patter.
You get 2 to your AC. So instead of 16,
Harder to
it's
hit.
18.
Okay. Then let's see. Up next is
Got you.
the demon. Yeah, the Dybbuk.
So I will say this as well. So basically, it says that if I lose concentration over him, I can roll a d6, and that's how many rounds he would be in, or whenever he drops to 0. So I'll roll a d6 quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so he's still up. Yeah, for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's going to make his attack rolls, right?
Hell yeah.
Okay. The tendril strikes. Go ahead and roll 2 d20s for me. It's +6.
All right. So that was a 29 and a 16.
Both hits.
So you want me to roll 48, right?
Roll 48 +8.
Oh, sorry. Just ignore that one. Okay, stop it. Sorry, do you need me on this sign to pick up? That's 14 plus 8 is 22 points of damage.
As you strike, as your Dybbuk strikes the werewolf twice, the first one smacks it. March, give me a dex save.
You might end up having to fight the demon guy. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only got
We'll be okay.
it's only got 31 points of health, so
Really?
yeah.
Oh, we'll be okay.
3.
Yeah.
The first strike sends the werewolf staggering. The second strike from the Dybbuk sends you flying from the werewolf's back. You failed your dex save to remain on his back. Give me another dex save to see how you land.
I wonder.
As you hit the ground, you try to tuck and roll, but you kind of just get caught up in everything that's going on around you between the demon and the werewolf fighting. You are prone. You are prone, and so you'll have to use half your movement to stand up on your turn.
Are werewolf dead or no?
Werewolf is not dead.
Fuck.
Almost dead. Very, very close to dead. About as close to dead as the other werewolf is. Up next is Arkin.
Okay, so looking at the 2 zombies
Uh-huh.
and where the wolf is,
Uh-huh.
doing a little math in my head, no geometry.
little help.
One geometry, yeah, nice straight line I see there. Uh-huh.
Yeah, pretty much. With my last 3rd level spell,
One dex saves.
deck saves.
All right. First Zambo, a 2. Second Zambo, a 17. Werewolf, an 8. So first
Okay.
zombie fails, second zombie succeeds, third the werewolf fails.
20,
I feel like it's not gonna matter much.
25, 28 on a fail, 14 on a save.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So, the first zombie, your lightning bolt blasts through him. Again,
Splattering it?
you splatter.
Now, do I get Phineas or Ferb like covered?
Feel like they're ghosts.
So it like goes
It
right
kind of
through,
goes through them.
but it probably upsets them.
Ferb goes, "That's disgusting, and I'm a ghost." That's what he says. I don't know.
Okay.
That's what I came up with.
That's fine.
What I got on the fly. I wasn't expecting you to ask how Ferb would react.
Michael.
Yeah.
And that's in canon now.
Yeah, and that's now in canon. That's
Okay.
disgusting, and I'm a ghost. Second zombie succeeds in the save, takes how much damage?
14.
14 damage. Severely bloodied. As your lightning bolt like punches a hole through him and then hits the werewolf behind him, who fails the save and takes the full 28 points of damage. And as your lightning bolt strikes the werewolf, it chars its fur, and the werewolf gives one last grunt and collapses to the ground. And as he collapses to the ground, he reverts back to his human form, and a dead man lies on the ground with multiple bite marks all over his body that have healed into scars.
I don't have control over him anymore, though.
Oh, right.
It's unfortunately part of something greater demon. It's legitimately like dropping a bomb.
What's next?
Also, you're supposed to lose control very shortly.
Up next is Arthur.
I thought Gregory was next.
Greg, your turn's over.
No.
No, he didn't take his
How
turn.
do you skip my turn entirely?
Man, I'm on a roll tonight. Up next to the turn order is
Yeah.
Gregory.
I thought I was before him, but I was like, okay.
You're right after Marge. Did I really skip you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. No, it's confusing. We have my
You're
lovely Dybbuk. Cool. I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray at the second level.
Cool. Cool. I'm gonna kick the shit out of the rest of the stuff that's here.
Yeah. So basically, Scorching Ray. I create 3 fire blasts out of my hands that I can direct at multiple creatures up to 240 feet. So I am going to cast 2 of them at the demon and 1 of them at the werewolf.
I love that you're trying to kill your own.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
So that's a 17 to hit the werewolf.
Yep.
Alright, so that's gonna be 6 points of damage to hit the werewolf.
Kills it.
And then I'm gonna
And
cast
that reverts.
Reverts back to a human as well.
22 and a 24 to hit. Both of those hit.
Yeah, both of those hit.
So we're gonna roll 46. It's 3 points. 9 points. It's a total of 12 points to hit the demon.
12 points of damage against his 31 health.
Yep.
Okay.
So that would, let me do that.
That's not a very strong demon.
Your challenge rating at 5.
Challenge rating of 5's not, and I gave you a demon that was a CR4.
Okay. So he's down to 19. So like I said, he's within range.
Almost bloodied. For a demon.
Cool.
Okay. Anything else with your turn? No, I remembered it was your turn.
Nah, I'm good.
Alright.
I wanted to kill the werewolf and I wanted to chip away at the demon.
So-
Arch wasn't fucked.
Arthur looks over.
Thank
At,
you.
Arthur looks over at you and he goes, "So, we're killing it now, right?
I don't have control over it anymore.
Kill it. So kill it. Okay. Kill it. Kill it.
Over it.
Kill it."
It's kind of the point, unfortunately. Summoning a demon doesn't.
Arthur,
go well.
Arthur looks at you, Theron. He goes, "You can handle the zombie, right?
Yeah, I got this on.
You got the zombie? Okay." He turns and he's gonna fire shots at the back of the Dybbuk.
I think it has an AC of 14.
First one.
Yeah.
Second one, 15.
Yep. That's.
Okay.
It is resistant to thunder, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing attacks from non-magical though.
Shit. Okay. Well, 11 points of damage cut in half. So 6 points of damage from the crossbow,
So we're down to 13.
down to 13 health. And because I didn't roll a 19 or a 20, all I could take was my 2 attacks.
Okay.
So that's gonna be the end of Arthur's turn. Hunter's Mark was on the werewolf, so Hunter's Mark is gone because the werewolf's dead. Up next,
But he can bonus action move it.
to move it. Can I move it if the creature's already dead? No, fine. Okay, I mean, yeah. I guess I'll use my bonus action and move my Hunter's Mark
Yeah, as long
over
as
onto
the spell is active.
the Dybbuk.
Okay.
Next is the zombie in front of Theron. Wisdom save?
Wisdom save of 14. So what he would have to be.
How does a 13?
That sounds wonderful,
yeah.
actually.
That's like a failure.
Sounds like Phineas and Ferb are...
Fucking shit up.
are
So I grab the zombie by the back of the neck as Phineas and Ferb strike it and do 11 damage to him.
they blow it to smithereens. Do they just like sort of like pass through it multiple times
Yeah.
and they're like pulling parts of it
Yeah,
away as they go?
apart. Yeah.
They go, "Hi, this is so fun. Maybe you're not as bad as we thought you were. You're not as terrible as we thought."
Just wait and see.
We're back at the top of the turn order with Marge.
Guess I'm fighting a demon.
I was gonna say, so half your movement to get up from prone.
Which I wasn't gonna move my.
So yeah, I mean
so-
you're still there anyway. But yeah, so you're in his business.
Hmm.
I mean, that woman holding a longsword, I'm really disappointed in her.
Arena.
Yeah,
Just
right.
standing there
She's like-
watching.
She's
She's
not-
holding a sword.
She's just vibing,
Just
man.
watching.
She's guarding her dead father.
Does the demon look bloody?
Yeah.
Only I control over the demon.
So yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna do. This seems to work for me. I'm just gonna do 2 attacks with my silver again.
Okay.
11.
I don't think that hits,
No,
right?
it's 14.
14.
Okay. Then we'll try again. 12.
Nope.
Cool.
But you got 2 weapon fighting, so keep going.
Yeah.
You have inspiration if you.
Oh yeah, I do.
You want to
Totally forgot about that.
re-roll one of those?
Let's do that because I forgot anyway.
I've been trying to remind myself that I have that too. So.
I need a pair of dogs.
9.
Nope, not great. All right,
It's not your
let's
fight.
use your longsword. Now let's keep trying.
No.
Wait, okay, I have to use my longsword, or I can still use my short sword.
No, you have to swap to your other weapon
Got
to
it.
use 2 weapon fighting. Because you've used your 2 act.
25.
Yep.
hit.
Yeah, your
Jesus
longsword hits.
There
Christ.
you go. He's a
So
fucking damage, girl.
Yeah,
1d8 plus whatever.
Plus 5, 12.
Okay.
12.
Okay,
And
sure.
then so in half because it's non-magical.
That's
So
still
another
six.
6
Right.
points of
I'm down to
damage.
7.
Okay.
Right. Since we were going to
What's
make
up
sure we
next?
don't skip over you, Gregory. Your turn.
Is it just the demon that's left?
Just the
Yeah.
demon is left.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Fireball.
We're having to fight the thing that we shouldn't have had to been fighting.
That's a 16,
Sort of,
3.
yeah.
It kept
Very
the werewolf occupied.
God damn it, that's only 4 points of damage.
From your fireball, it
Yeah.
still takes
Wow.
barely.
Oh my god. Alright, that's it. It's down to 2 points of health.
Ismark looks at you and he says, "I've had enough of this."
Well, he hasn't hurt anyone yet.
And he's gonna charge.
Yeah, that,
He's gonna try to charge. He's
Okay.
gonna come short.
Oh shoot!
Oh, let's just have him throw his sword or some shit.
Stand by. He does have stats of a veteran.
What are the next turns?
He might have
I'm
a-
next.
It's the demon.
You're next.
No, it's the demon next.
oh right.
Well, no,
Yeah.
Demon is
well,
next.
Hold on. What did the demon's initiative roll? Because I'm at 20. I got a nat 20 for my initiative.
And I got a 20 as well.
Right. That's why I thought I was.
Aha! He's got a heavy crossbow.
Okay.
Probably doesn't matter anyway. But I
But
think that
is it equipped?
It is now.
Okay.
I think the demon had a 19, so the demon will go after you. Yes,
A 19 plus 3 to hit.
that hits.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say if I got close enough on my turn, then the next turn Phineas and Ferb will be able to
Yeah.
strike him.
1d10 plus 1 damage.
Just do 2 damage, Michael, for the love of God.
How about 9 damage?
There it is.
That's a little excessive.
Bye bye, Devaj.
Alright. As Ismark raises up his crossbow and he, from 10 feet away, shoots your Dybbuk right through the back.
Fucking point blank.
Drops it to the ground,
Warrior.
and you see like the shadow leave, and the skin is just like left on the ground, and the shadow like just sort of fades off into the mist, and you hear a voice say to you,
Are you late?
Oh, that's nice.
You're like,
So,
Somebody made a new friend.
so I will say this: I did do a little bit of research on that spell.
Yeah.
It's basically up to you what you want me to summon, because I do have to know its name in order for it to have disadvantage, and what kind of enables more control. So if you want to, it can always be Deeposh, or it can be a new demon every time, which I think would make
Ooh,
it more
interesting.
interesting.
yeah.
Because the whole point of this spell is to basically
more
throw a
demons.
bomb in the middle of combat and hope that we don't get hurt.
We definitely have more demons. I
We
think.
got a lot of
Yeah.
demons. Okay. Well, we are out of combat.
Cool.
What you are left with, you have Irina, who is standing in front of the front doors of the Burgomaster's mansion, and her jaw is just hanging open. She can't believe what she's just seen. You have two dead bodies laying in the courtyard around you. The zombies are all like incinerated and just like destroyed on the ground.
Disintegrated.
Incinerated.
Incinerated, disintegrated.
It's a combo.
Some of them have been lightning bolted. Some of them have been fire bolted. They're not doing too hot. Some of them have been ripped
I
apart
did
by
enjoy
Phineas.
the incinerated.
Incinerated.
Disintegrated. Good word.
Some of them have been ripped apart by Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas put the limb down.
So
And he's
everyone-
like chewing on it.
I vote that we head inside and
Yeah.
see if our cleric can potentially heal this probably deceased man.
Good plan.
Everybody,
As Mark nods, he's just, please, I would greatly appreciate that.
Yeah.
And Irina opens the door, and I will say this: as you
yep. It seems like something we would do.
as you make your way across the yard,
Oh, no, bullshit.
you hear from behind
Another
you.
back.
You hear from behind you, down on the road. You hear the sound of horses whinnying down.
I cast Scorching Ray just blindly.
As you turn and look to see where the sound is coming from, you see a black carriage drawn by 4 black horses.
It's Strahd, isn't it?
yeah, it's gotta be.
And what you see from sable curtains on the carriage, you see a clawed hand, and you see an extremely handsome, pale man dip behind the curtain of the carriage as the horses take off down the road.
He didn't stop to say hi.
He
That-
did not.
Was he afraid?
That was his high.
I think his high might have been the zombies and the werewolves
True.
to
It's the welcome
ambush
party.
you. And, yeah, the welcome
Did
party.
he look impressed at all? Or was it-
Give me a roll of perception.
Like, did he
check.
give?
Yeah,
did we
sure.
see like a clap, maybe?
like maybe a
A
golf
slow clap?
Yeah,
right?
a slow clap.
club? That's a 10.
I feel like Arthur might have caught
You
some.
can't really tell whether he seemed impressed or
Uh-huh.
not, and he's already making his way
That's unfortunate.
down the road.
Arthur, run after him to see if he's impressed or not.
Ask him if he's single.
Arthur goes, I don't want to follow the black carriage down the road. Thank
Okay, well,
you.
then let's head inside.
Yes, please. And Irina lets you into the mansion, and she closes the door behind. And what you see is you all rush into the foyer of the mansion. She drops like 3 beams into like latches that braces that she's put on the backside of this door to keep it from being broken in. And you also notice as you make your way through the front door that there are just massive claw marks. Some of them look too big to even have been caused by the werewolves
Can I,
that attacked you.
Irina, what exactly cause these scratches as I gesture towards them.
The last 3 nights, Strahd has been sending his minions to try and capture me. If he can't persuade me to leave the house, he's been sending them to try and break down the windows and drag me out against my will. My father tried to defend me and he fell last night.
Again, would you have any idea what caused these scratches, though?
I've seen creatures.
You're not answering the question. Stop evading the question.
I've seen creatures like the ones that you fought in the front yard of the house, and I've seen creatures that were much bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
Winged creatures as big as a carriage.
I don't like that.
Is your father the only one defending you?
It was just me and him.
You
There's
don't
not
think
many people left in the town, and they don't have much love for my father.
Well, if it's at all possible, we will heal your father as I gesture. Can we take him up to the room?
Well, I won't make any promises, Gregory.
I didn't
You don't
promise.
know.
If you could at least just look at him, please.
He's dead.
See-
I, okay, I say,
Yep.
Look, take me to your father right now. I can't make any promises.
I mean, of course, yes,
with
absolutely.
that, can we take a restroom break?
Yes, we can
I got it.
yes,
So
absolutely.
bad.
Yes.
Are we in a spot where we're taking any sort of rest in game or no?
No. Okay.
There's the writing. Creatures of my
You do
choice.
Riven, Dave, or no?
What?
It's not
You
they
do
have
Riven
to
or
be
no?
living creatures.
Not often.
Okay. If you want a sip or no?
No, thanks.
Yeah.
Might be a
One of
loophole.
my friends,
I understand
he
that.
would be
I also have
absolutely-
used both my channel divinity, so I can't even
I blame
use it
both
right
of
now.
you. Fine, gentlemen.
But can it be used on a creature that's not held presently alive?
Not if they're like actually dead. If they're undead,
One.
yes.
Okay.
You can restore health to an
I'll do it
undead.
on
It
camera.
wasn't
Okay.
the
I'll do it on Dave.
Missed it.
Okay.
Okay, so a creature that has
It was a confused look.
passed beyond 0
What do people want?
You cannot just
Nice.
All right, Tyler.
You would have
The
to
one
revive
person
them.
watching us.
I was figured
Yeah. So NPCs and player characters are a little bit different in how they die.
Okay.
Like, so for you, you make death saves.
Yeah.
If you fail your death saves, you are dead. If you don't fail your death saves, I mean, you're at 0 health, but you can be healed. You
Yeah.
can be stabilized. So that would work. But like, if you are trying to use your ability to restore the health of like an NPC that has died,
Yeah.
no, you would have to bring them back to life first. Same with one of you guys. If one of you guys had like officially died,
yeah.
you would have to bring them back to life first and then heal them. But if you're just at 0 health
Yeah.
or 1 health, yes, you can just heal them.
And Revivify,
Revivify.
they had to have died within the last minute.
Mhm. Revivify is like immediately, like
Yeah.
when someone goes down in combat, next round you revivify them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, you would need
So,
to actually.
yeah, no,
I know the outcome of what's gonna happen.
That's the final make it. Playing video games with like 4 buttons. All
Oh my god.
All right.
right, we're back.
Sorry, Dex.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We're
All
on
right,
this.
Tyler.
You're right. Yes. Tyler, now we know it's you that's watching us. I apologize. I did not recognize.
Yeah.
We did not recognize Diggity's username. And Caleb did unbutton another button.
There you go.
It's what the people want.
It's what's the pizza.
People want.
You know what? We're here to provide a service. Give the people what
We
they
need a
want.
tipping service.
We do.
Let's just
Wow.
start a drip.
What-
Yeah, I think it's called drip.
Let's start drip.
Yeah, we gotta go on drip.
Didn't we do that once?
We did do that once, yeah. I know how much likes drip.
Yeah.
Let's. I feel like
We might need to
let's
talk
just
about that.
Nah, we don't need to talk about that.
let's
Okay,
just skip
okay.
over.
Anyway,
Skip over that. We love drip.
We.
Nice.
but it doesn't matter. We're on Twitch. Who fucking cares?
We love Twitch.
We love Twitch.
Hey!
And Guinness.
Yes.
Sponsor us.
Exactly. Sponsor us, Guinness. No, so you make your way inside. Arena takes you through the
Yes.
foyer of the mansion. The interior of the mansion, it's well furnished. The fixtures show signs of a lot of wear. There are
The architecture in here is amazing.
there's all of the windows are boarded up. There are holy symbols scratched into the walls in every room of the house.
That's why you like it.
And in a side drawing room off the side of the foyer, you find the burgomaster.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
As we're passing through these rooms, and you said I saw the holy symbols.
You do.
Can I just roll to see if I recognize them?
Yes. Give me a religion check.
Is that high enough? Oh, the nat 20.
Yes, it is. You recognize
Wasted.
the symbols. You recognize the symbols of both the Morning Lord and the Mother Knight.
Both. Okay. Lord and Mother Knight. I learned about them first in the chapel.
You did. Yep. They're the 2 deities of Barovia. Yes, so you see holy symbols scratched into the walls looking like sun and the moon. And as you make your way into the drawing room, the burgomaster is lying in a very simple wooden coffin,
Okay.
like pine box basically. There are flowers around him that are just starting to wilt. And you detect the slightest hint, the slightest whiff of decay in the air.
Okay. I think you can do it.
We believe in you. We believe in you.
I lower my cloak, my chainmail cloak,
Your scars.
and my scar across my neck is revealed, and I kneel. Well, is it on the ground or is it on a table? The coffin.
The coffin is on the floor.
I kneel down on the floor in front of the coffin, and I guess first I won't. Would it be insight? I'd like to put my hand on his chest and do an attack roll and see what I can learn about his condition.
Medicine check.
Medicine check.
Yeah.
What are you guys laughing about?
I love that you're here. You know, we're trying to do something really serious here. I'm literally kneeling down in front of the dead guy, trying to find out if I can save his life, and you're unbuttoning your clothes.
Great.
It's gonna be a highlight
In character, but
for someone we don't know yet.
Alright, what's your medicine check?
All right. 7.
He's dead.
Alright, cool. We tried.
good work.
His skin, so, I guess I'll give you a little more. He's dead.
He's dead, Jim.
He's a plump man.
Okay.
Seems to be the only well-fed person that you've seen since you've entered the town of Barovia. Most everybody seems fairly poverty-stricken, except for Bildrith. You figured out what he's like.
Arena, I mean, she's wealthy, right? She lives in this mansion.
But she's still slim. Yeah, she's not. She doesn't look poor.
Okay.
But I mean, he looks slothful. Like
Well,
he's been doing just fine for himself at the expense of everyone
I
else.
mean, glutton.
Gluttony.
Glutton.
Gluttony, not slothful. Yeah, gluttonous. It is
Hey, guys, I want to hear this.
gluttonful.
Glutton.
Gluttonful. Gluttonful.
A little slutty glutty.
And
Real quick, that Bourbon County might have been a bad idea.
Disintegration.
but his sort of like plump features are now like sallow and sunk in, and you can see his cheekbones starting to protrude from his face, and his eyes are sort of sunken in. You can tell that he's probably been dead for more than a day, even though Arena told you it's been a day.
and I look at Arena and I say, what? Arena,
What happened to voice?
What killed him? My voice is not important right now.
I feel like that's an insensitive
I need to
question.
know what killed him.
It was the big creature.
What does the big creature look like?
Looks like the biggest bat I've ever seen. And there was a man who arrived in a carriage.
Inside.
No,
Was your father outside?
yes.
I look for bite marks.
You find I won't make you roll investigation, it's pretty obvious. You find massive puncture wounds on his shoulder. Too big to be from a vampire.
Loving it.
Ow.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking like puncture
Yeah.
wounds that are like 8 inches apart from each other, and other puncture wounds that are like a foot further down. Like something big chomped onto him.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure I have the right ingredients.
Like a bat? Or
Can I
the
roll-
wings like a bat?
Can I roll an Arcana to see if I know what she's talking about?
Okay, I do.
Wings like a bat, but it was bigger and
Feet that are clawed?
feet that looked almost human-like.
But with
With claws. Yes.
Arena.
Yes.
We can't let him
Right.
That's too much.
Yes.
Theron
what?
puts his hands on the casket and rises to his feet,
We need more.
and he
Say it's laughing.
puts his hand on Arena's shoulder, and he says,
And she smacks her hand away and she says, I didn't say you could touch me.
Fair enough. Arena. I cannot save your father, but I can give him funeral rites and keep him from turning.
Do that for him.
Arena, I am sorry, that is the least I can do for him.
She says, please, I have gold.
I'm sorry. It's the most I can do. I don't need your money,
Arkin hangs his head.
but good. We would accept a donation to help us on our way.
Well, I thought
We would take whatever you can spare, but we'll do this for free.
we can look through the house afterwards. I'm sure my father has artifacts in here that you could use. I believe there's a hunting lodge and an armory in the back of the house.
Anomalies.
That will come soon enough,
Can finally get that great sword.
but we
Yeah,
can't
can
wait
someone
any
go
longer.
out get some silver?
We have to do the
That'd be
funeral
nice.
rites. We have to do the funeral rites right now.
Right
there's,
now?
There's the
I
cemetery out
don't
back.
know how long we have returns.
Good turn.
I guess
I don't know,
I don't
Arena's
know if I would
convinced.
know that.
You got her thinking he might turn.
Can I roll Arcana to see if I would know that? Or history? Or.
I feel like I would probably
He
do
could be the better one to know, but I didn't know if I would know
You
anything.
can roll a history check.
Could I say what I think it is?
Sure.
I've never heard of a.
Would you like me to roll anything? Or. Yeah.
Well, I feel like I
Marge might know.
should I roll a history?
Roll
I guess
history.
here's the thing. Theron could be wrong, but doing the funeral rites, if that gives her peace.
20.
16.
Yes, I have also heard of a gargoyle.
Vargle.
Gargoyle?
Vargle.
Gargoyle?
Is that what you said?
No, I said gargoyle.
Oh, no.
It's a bar.
No. No. Okay. So, all right. No, we can handle this. We can roll with it.
Here's
So
the thing. I can hear
Arkin-
you guys kind of talking amongst yourselves, and maybe it gives me pause, and I'm like,
Is there something else?
So, you think it is a gargoyle. And as you're having this conversation with Marge, you flash back to a book you read within the library of the Vampire Hunting Guild that speaks of something called a Vargulf. A Vargulf,
Vargulf.
which is essentially a vampire that has given into its feral instincts and has become like a giant, basically. Like it is a primal vampire. And they are said to be as big as like small dragons, basically.
okay, so are you sharing? So I pause. I'm not like I'm getting kind of stuff out of my pack.
Oh,
to
so
do
you-
funeral rites.
You also know, as Theron is preparing for funeral rites, you also know that people cannot be turned into a vampire like after they're dead. If he was going to turn,
He would have been.
he would have already
Oh,
turned. He's dead. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we actually have some time.
She's
He mentioned
Okay.
a gargoyle, but actually, I'm thinking it's a Vargulf.
a Vargulf. A Vargulf.
It's It's
I'm sorry,
close, but
Marcia. Please tell me.
it's basically a vampire, but it kind of just gave in to being a bat.
Is he?
Interesting.
So
It's
he's
a little
not
bit more animalistic. Kind of primal, like from like regional vampires.
So, is he still at risk of turning?
I think he's okay.
And Arena
Okay.
turns to her and she says, would you still at least be willing to bury him?
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah,
I.
That's,
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay. So I guess I fold his hands. I kind of put his collar back, you know, because I moved
but if
it.
you want to speed this up, I can tell you a different
Yeah.
story.
And I put the.
Yeah.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
oh, I love him.
Thanks.
I want him on my shoulder.
You don't get to play with him yet.
And
Just a teaser, since you rolled so well. You were able to describe it to your party members, and so you guys get a glimpse of what it might look like if you were to ever encounter one.
Yeah, they're not fun. I don't want to see one.
Rena, is there
Yes.
a safe place that we can bury him out back?
The family cemetery, yes.
How far is it?
It's right behind the house. It's consecrated ground. We should be safe there.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, will you help me take the body?
Sure. As you make your way out the back of the mansion, you hear off in the distance the church bells chiming. And they strike midnight. And as you hear the bells strike midnight, what you see is a procession of ghostly figures making their way through the streets of the town.
Jeez.
Yeah. Towards us or away from us?
Just walking
Maybe.
aimlessly towards,
Maybe it's
honestly,
daybreak.
towards the graveyard of the church.
Irina, is this like a normal?
Good question.
Is this a normal thing that happens like at midnight?
Yes, this is one of the reasons we normally try to be in our homes. It's the ghosts of the people that Strahd has killed. Every night at midnight, they make their way through the towns and towards the cemetery. They won't hurt you, but it is unsettling, to say the least. And you can see that there's at least like 150 ghosts walking through the streets towards the church cemetery.
Rena,
Yes.
maybe we bury him in the morning and get some sleep tonight.
You would let his body. Oh,
Would you like him? We could do a lovely cremation. I think that may be best with him.
And then,
give me a persuasion check.
That's actually a good idea.
and then maybe he won't be wandering if we cremate him. We burn him. He won't turn into a ghost.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Fuck yeah, nat 20, let's go.
Wow!
She said,
Uh-huh.
"Do you think it would be better if you were cremated instead of buried?" Absolutely, we do.
May I say a prayer over him and sprinkle some holy water on his remains?
Of course. Will that make it more difficult for him to burn?
We do have burning hands.
It's just a sprinkling.
We got plenty. We got plenty of shit between the three of us.
So
We'll be able to light this bitch on fire, no problem. Don't even worry about
where are
it.
we gonna put him?
I mean, you don't want to like catch the cemetery on fire, right?
It's a cemetery. It's just
Yeah.
stones.
Usually there's grass in between.
Barovia, I feel like not. It's like
We'll gather some wood.
yeah.
Make a little pyre.
I guess I was just wondering if there was like a stone.
Yeah, is there like
Oh.
a stone like the top of the mausoleum?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a family mausoleum.
Can we? I feel like that would be like
Yeah.
correct too as well. Burning him on top of the mausoleum.
Or in
Sure.
the mausoleum. Maybe in the mausoleum.
That probably wouldn't be the best idea. But like
Maybe there's a stone landing in
maybe
front
like
of
the
the mausoleum.
slab from his like sarcophagus in the mausoleum. Like maybe you could pull the stone slab out and burn him on.
It's almost like we don't have experience doing this.
Yeah, like we're not great like cremating.
Yeah.
Cremating.
Cremating.
I did watch Ozark.
Thank you.
Do we have a furnace somewhere?
We
Is there
don't
a
need a furnace.
No.
All right.
We don't need a furnace because we have Gregory.
No, you have 3 spellcasters at
Yes.
8th level. Yeah, you're fine.
Suffice it to say, you are able to take
All right.
the burgomaster's body to the back,
Good.
and you manage to light it on fire.
Cool.
And before we do that, Theron just says like a prayer over him, sprinkles some holy water, and prays that his spirit finds peace.
What do you pray to?
I pray to Ilmater, but I also I ask Arena if there is something I should know about their religion, if there's any sort of prayer,
Follow us to
if there's any sort of prayers I can say on behalf of their gods.
If you, I would greatly appreciate it if you would offer a prayer to the Morning Lord, that my father's soul would find paradise.
Okay. Man, I don't have a dancing character. Oh. May the... Okay. I did not know you in life, but may the suffering god Ilmatar take your pain and your burdens from you. And may the... What's the god other... The morning lord. And may you find... May the morning lord give you peace. Rest in the next life. And I sprinkle some holy water on it and blow out the candles.
Beautiful.
Cool. Let's light this puppy.
All right. So are you gonna burning hands him, Marge?
I was gonna fireball.
Are like all three of you doing fire spells at the same time?
I feel like, yeah.
So you watch as the ghostly procession makes its way through the town, and the midnight moon lifts over the town of Barovia. A blaze of fire goes up in the family cemetery behind the burgomaster's mansion, and all of you are illuminated briefly and united in common goals, maybe for the first time since you've set out on this mission. You have many different hopes and aspirations, but you have purpose. And Arena looks at you, Theron, and she says, "Thank you. I know my brother spoke with you. It is becoming." No, my brother Ismark.
Yes.
Izzy.
Izzy. Spoke with you. It is becoming increasingly unsafe for me here under the shadow of Strahd's castle. You have done so much for me, and I hate to ask more of you, but would you would you please find it in your hearts to take me to Wallaki? The burgomaster there was friends with my father, and he has vowed to keep me safe. Anything in the house is yours. Anything I can do for you, I will take you anywhere that you need to go. If it is within my brother and my power, you shall have it.
How about the deed to the property? The deed to the man. I can't own property in real life. I might as well own property in fantasy realm.
That Barovia is like Detroit.
Essentially.
Yeah. It's like a dilapidated mansion.
Dilapidated properties.
I heard it's due for resurgence.
Of course. Yeah.
Well, it
Yes.
could be because people can buy out those old houses so cheap
I know,
and
right?
then flip them. It's just
Arena looks at you, Gregor, and she says, I wouldn't know the first place to look for the deed to the house, but if it makes you feel any better, I think when my brother and I leave, that's it.
Water strikes?
Yeah, I'm
Water's
here.
right.
If there's a deed in the house, Gregory's probably
You'll find it.
He's tenacious like that.
But she takes Marge. She takes you over to basically like Tenacious Deed
Tenacious Deed.
in the Mansion
Wow.
of Destiny. She takes you over to the
Good.
like hunting lodge of the house, and what you see as you step into the hunting lodge, there are wolves' heads and stags' heads mounted all around the lodge, and along the walls there are several crossbows, and in one particular case, it is a beautiful glass and ebony case, and within you see two long swords, and you also see a morning star, and looking at them, you can tell that they're a little bit too bright to just be steel weapons. Also, on a mannequin in one of the corners, you see a bright chainmail shirt hanging on the mannequin.
and it's just her.
Anybody who wanted to
Oh,
can,
okay.
can walk over.
Yeah.
Marge is gonna go to the longsword. It's basically just gonna replace my normal longsword.
Can I
Silver
grab the
longsword.
chainmail?
The
I don't think a wizard can wear chain.
I wasn't sure how light it was. Yeah.
So-
It's a shirt. I didn't know if it was like full blown armor.
it is mithril chain shirt.
Oh
So
my!
yes, you could wear that.
So there's a mithril chain shirt. There are two silvered long swords and a silvered morning star in the cabinet.
Oh, Morning Star.
I'll grab the one silver longsword. Somebody's got any other swords.
Arkin, do you want to talk to Gregory? Do you want the mithril?
Well, neither of us would use the longsword.
No, neither of us would.
Do you only want one longsword? But if they are silvered longswords, a longsword is going to do more damage than your silvered short sword.
Right,
But
but
it's
You- you
two-handed.
can't-
Two weapon.
Yeah, you can't two weapon fighting with two swords.
right.
I can only two-hand it.
Uh,
So I can only one.
What has to be a light?
yeah.
Arkin,
If you want the
give me an investigation roll.
more
If I'm more
they
proficient
able
with
to
that.
use, I think.
Still, that's good. 18 on the die, so 23.
You, as you look around the room, you spot a panel in the wooden wall that looks slightly different from the rest of the walls.
Can I buy you a crowbar for a sec?
Sure.
Thank you.
As you wedge open the wall, You pop it open, and behind you find a very small, like, closet type room. At the bottom of this closet is a large steamer trunk. It appears unlocked.
I look at it and then with bringing my eyesight to bear, I scan the chest to see if there's magic, and in
You
fact
can-
the whole area.
You can sense magic within the chest, not the chest itself.
Gotcha. As I look back at the room that we came from, do I see anything?
Magical?
Yeah. Okay. We still don't have a road, do we?
No.
Okay. And I gingerly
Chest.
open the chest.
As you open it, what you find within a bag of gold with 50 gold pieces in it, and a wand that has a silver spiral handle and a blue gemstone at the end of it.
Interesting.
So I get the visceral change.
Is the Morningstar silvered?
It is a silver morning star.
I don't think I'm not finding that in items. so
No,
I'm
you're just gonna have to put in Morningstar and then customize it and say,
Oh, right. Yeah,
Silver.
yeah.
Is it standard otherwise?
Yeah, it's standard otherwise.
Like, I'll let you see what up I
Alright, so I'll grab the app and the wand.
wand.
And
And you'll just leave it at that for now?
for now.
Okay.
But nothing else in
Nothing
the
else
chest.
in the room. Just that in the chest.
Okay. I take the patch of gold. Who carries this stuff?
And Arthur steps up and he goes, "Oh yeah, I carry the gold for the group, for everyone. Yeah, thank you. Perfect."
That's no. Don't you just sound like you were in chainmail if you're carrying a lot of gold with you?
No, it's quieter, much quieter than chainmail. Yeah.
wouldn't he take a silver longsword?
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. March. Do you think maybe I could have? Do you need both of the silver longswords? Do you need like a backup?
Just need one.
Just the one. You have another.
I got
You
my
have
little, I
another
got my
sword.
little
You
shorty.
got the little guy too,
Got my
right?
shorty stabbies.
Would I perhaps even? What if I give you this bag of gold that I newly acquired for your silver longsword
Take the other longsword.
and keep the gold?
Yeah.
I think you keep the gold for the party.
Keep it for everyone. Yes. Thank you. And he takes the
Party.
longsword and he puts the gold back in his pocket.
We're not really great at that sharing.
We have a complicated.
But
We have a complicated past. It's difficult to explain.
We should really appoint like a treasurer.
Arthur raises his hand
That
again.
feels like
I
a
don't
no.
trust Arthur and I don't trust Gregory.
What?
I wounded
What?
my
What?
Wounded. And Arthur watches me. I am
Should not
also
say, Rod?
wounded to my.
Or you?
Not me.
Why not
At
you?
least she's
I
self-aware.
can't do good maths.
And she's not charismatic.
I'm not either. I'm just wise.
You say that. What is
Arthur,
your
you've
wisdom?
been the most responsible this
I actually. I do that on my deck.
You said that about your. You
Treasure.
said that about your persuasion too.
Fine.
Especially my intelligence
He hands
is a little
back the
higher.
50
my
the
I
50
was
gold.
15 though.
Wait, did he think I was keeping both? I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there, well, have you found any like armor or anything in the house that would be better than what
The what
they
you
were
write.
currently wearing? What about any clothing like a gambeson that you would wear over chainmail to quiet it.
Quieter.
Yeah. Okay.
I love that idea. It's just not really a component of D&D.
I figured it's not. It would have to be something custom.
No, but I think that's super cool. I like the concept. And Arena walks back into the room and she's like, I hope you found some items that were to your liking. Yes.
Yes. Do you happen to know what this is? And I show her the wand.
She looks at it and she like waves a hand over it a couple times, like Jedi mind trick kind of. She says, where did you find that?
It was in a chest in a secret panel in the room that we were looking at.
Must have belonged to my mother. She died before I ever even knew her. She was a Vistani. I believe it's a wand of magic missile.
Interesting.
That is what it is. It is in fact.
What it is.
It is indeed what it is. Wand of magic missile has 7 charges. While holding it, you can expend an action to use one or more of its charges to cast magic missile. For one charge, you can cast the first level version. You can increase the charge to cast magic missile at higher level as an action.
Can
without
he
using
cast
spell.
up to 7th level?
You can cast up to whatever your spell casting level.
Damn it. I was gonna say that'd be kind of cool if you had a new
Yes.
thing you could level cast magic.
Right.
And it
So he has to be a
regains,
sniper, right?
it regains 1d6
sniper
plus 1 charges
Guaranteed
daily at
sniper.
dawn. One
Yeah.
charge.
Very much.
Well, magic missile isn't this. That's his whole gift.
Which I know has been argued that it's like power.
Well, now you got a wand that can toss it out.
Does it have any problems if you use all 7 charges?
If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the wand crumbles into ashes and is destroyed.
That's so it's standard.
At the end.
Yep.
But
It's
how does it
worse.
Still
recharge?
Pile
possibility
of ashes.
How does it recharge?
Recharges 1d6 plus 1
in the board.
charges daily at dawn.
Oh, that's actually. I thought it was like a scroll. Like,
Yeah, so did I.
I thought it was like a
Done.
scroll that they
Single
thought
use.
use done.
No.
Yeah.
It has spell charges and
Oh, that's
regains them
cool.
daily at dawn.
Yeah, most wands in 5e or something like that.
I asked I noticed a lot of the holy symbols you have here that and it seems like you and your father were very devout followers of a faith. Did you read behind any books or any literature about your religious?
I mean,
Any scrolls maybe that I could study?
we do have a library. I don't know if it's filled with religious books or not. I think most
Basically
of it
looking
is.
for the opportunity to learn about, to have the time to like study about what they believe.
I will say that within the library of the mansion, you do find one book. Man, you guys are really pulling out all the stops tonight of things that make you look.
The other thing
You
we should
keep us an
look
opportunity to loot. We're gonna loot.
A whole mansion to loot.
think we
Mine,
should
by the
look
way.
for our maps.
Sure.
Maps of Barovia,
Yeah.
the land.
To be honest, I don't think it's something Theron would think to ask for. So
That's
So
why
feel
I'm saying. That's why I'm saying Arkin is saying
Arkin is saying that? Okay.
saying that we should look for
Okay.
maps.
You find a book called Hymns to the Dawn,
Wow.
and you also find a book called The Blade of Truth, The Uses of Logic in the War Against Diabolist Heresies as Fought by the Omist Inquisition.
Okay.
Listen, if you're gonna throw me fucking curveballs, I'm gonna come back at you.
What was the first book called?
I have it for you. Is this like a
Sobs of
library?
the Dawn.
It is like a library.
Can I roll perception to see if there's a
Sobs
secret
of the
door?
Dawn.
The Dawn.
Hymns to the dawn.
Or Sobs to the Dawn.
Hymns to the dawn. Can you roll?
Perception to see if there's a secret door, like a book on the shelf that I pull and it opens like Scooby Doo. It's a fucking mansion.
Give me investigation.
Alright.
That was your investigation.
I asked
I don't know. But
Irina if there are maps
That's actually
of
what
Barovia that would help guide
no, that's an 8.
from place to place.
you pull a lot.
No, you pull a whole bunch of books off shelves and no doors click. Yes, I believe in my father's drawing room there is a map. There's a map of Barovia itself.
Uh-huh.
It's
We're talking to the land, not the village.
the land, not the village. Yes, the country. And I remember correctly. Remember seeing a roll of parchment that said the Amber Temple.
Okay.
And she takes you over to the drawing room and hands you a map of the country of Barovia. And then she hands you a leather tube, sealed, and a little tag on the end of the leather tube. It has like a strap so you could like sling it over your shoulder, like an architect's.
Right.
Like an architect's sling. And the tag on it says Amber Temple Plans.
Interesting.
What was the other book with the 10 words in it?
The other book is The Blade of Truth, and you don't have to write the rest of it. But it's The Blade of Truth, the uses of logic in the war against diabolist heresies as fought by the Ulmist Inquisition.
Okay. Very good.
Very, very good. Stunning.
Stunning.
Stunning. Stunning. And Arena says to you, did I not tell you that this is
Yes.
why I have
Yes,
the
you
aluminum
did.
foil? He goes, what's the aluminum foil for? I said, 1, because the candle drips. 2, because Caleb cannot help himself and he has to play with the candles if I put candles next to him.
Yes.
So I put aluminum foil down to prevent any
But that was our specific conversation.
specific conversation tonight before you guys got
I
here.
mean, you also did save the table, though. I will say that.
Yeah.
Yes. Ismark comes over to you and he says, so perhaps if we were to let you, well, maybe I shouldn't say let you. What if we offered you rooms at the mansion for the night, and perhaps in the morning, when it's a bit safer, we set out on the road west towards Volaki?
It sounds like a safe.
Do you have the carriage? I mean, the wagon here.
I don't have it here at the house, but we could very easily go get it in the morning, yes.
Okay.
I believe, I spoke with Bildrith. He said, fuck those guys. I pardon my French. But
Sound like French.
he said, with enough coin that the wagon would be ready in the morning, and I assured him that I would take care of it. So it should not be an issue.
Great.
We should be able to set out in the morning. Is that agreeable to you fine people? Lovely. Well, in that case, sleep tight. Don't let the Vargolf bite. I'm sorry. I turn towards humor at these times when I get a little bit nervous.
It's dark.
And he glances at Gregory and he blushes a little bit. He says, no, please, help yourselves. The mansion, the kitchen, whatever you need. It is yours.
Is there a wine cellar?
Oh yeah.
Well,
And you have a wagon now.
Did
Oh.
did Arena give Theron any money?
Gregory would like to.
She made no donation. Yes, no.
I mean,
No, she
you
was going
find
to, but
you find like a 20 by 20 room with 2 large casks of wine, as well as probably like 100 or 150 bottles of wine. And stand by. You the label on the side of the bottles and the cask says the Wizards of Wine Vineyard.
I hear that's on the coast.
Of Barovia. The landlocked country.
That it's not just.
It's a swamp. It's on the
not,
coast of the
but
swamp.
it's an interesting place.
Yeah.
I've heard that they go by Wizards of the Coast as a bit of a just a
Yeah.
like shorthand.
Wizards
I
of
heard
Wine.
that people are
of
as
Vineyards.
I've heard
It's vineyard.
that they used to be really good at what they do, but now they're supposed to be
The Wizards of the Coast.
The winery in the world is one of their satellite
now that's playing D&D and Bastion.
Yeah, the one on the coast.
No, not at all.
The one on the coast is the bad one.
Yeah.
All right, I grab a few bottles of wine
Beautiful.
and head back
Take
upstairs.
them away.
Is there like I guess like a table or like a room that would have some sort of paintings or something?
Dining hall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gregory grabs himself a glass and a bottle. He grabs 2 glasses to see if anyone else wants to join him. And
March.
has a seat.
100% joints.
Anyone else?
Is Mark
Theron
as well.
Theron knows that he needs to rest, and also talk with his comrades.
Arthur pats you on the back and sits down next to you and he says, How are you holding up, old friend?
I mean, voice aside. I'm okay.
Things went pretty well today, I would say. Don't you agree?
There's a coast.
No, there's
It's a bubble.
All things considered, I would say.
Yeah.
There's the bottle.
Nobody died. You didn't have to cut your own throat open. It's
It's a good day.
a good day.
It's been a good day for
I feel like we
most
don't
of
get
us.
many good days in Barovia so far.
I agree.
Is Arena with us?
She's kind of at the
She's
table.
probably mourning.
Because to say that we're having a good day,
If
She left the room.
If
She left the
both
room.
I'd be
yeah,
concerned.
because it would be hard to say that it's been a good day when she lost her father. But she's not in the room. It was a good day for us. So
Yeah, Ismark wanders downstairs and he says, I thought you'll have to forgive my sister. She's not quite feeling up to socialization. She's going to just spend the evening in her room.
It's understandable.
If that's okay. But I see you found the wine cellar.
That I did. That I did.
Beautiful. Yes, please. I mean, I feel like it would just go to waste if we don't drink it. So
Don't threaten me with a good time.
So I would say Theron would wait until everyone's at least a glass in, and then if we're at that
what?
They're on, what are you proposing here?
and then
I feel like Gregory listen to me and be like, is this a conversation that's gonna
Was it because I'm a button pusher?
is this gonna change how we're friends or our friendship or
No. Look, just wanted to talk to all of you and a good conversation with Arthur and the whole voice thing and what happened back at the back in that sanctuary chamber.
yes.
I know that you guys through a lot. And, still believe I did what I had to do in the moment. And I'm not sure we had better options, but I recognize what that did to you guys. I didn't know. I didn't realize that how close we had become, and Arthur made that clear to me, and I never would have done it if I thought there was any other way, but I know I put you guys through. I'm sorry.
I do appreciate your apology, because I may not exactly be particularly close to you in a way outside of this contractually
obligated.
Thank you. That
Yeah, I
word.
had too much.
Sorry, I've already had a glass of wine.
What you need to know, the wizards of the host of the wine of the
That's our winery.
right, stronger, much stronger
Meter here.
than any of the other wines that you'll encounter in the
Oh my god! Oh, it just hits Theron.
and
I'm
is
sorry.
marked down to the last
sorry.
another
Yeah.
from the coast.
Gregory pours his more glass as he's talking to Theron. I do appreciate the apology. This contract, more or less, I feel like has been extended with an unknown timeline. We're in this spot where we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what our future will look like, and we didn't want to see something happen to you for a variety of reasons. And a small part of me, it may have been a personal reason. The majority of it was that you are here and we need that to stay alive. So if you're dead, that doesn't exactly bode well for us completing the mission and getting money now, does it?
I love how pragmatic you're
That
being.
sounds very practical.
I also accept your apology, and please don't ever do that again. And that's why I put protection of evil and good on you tonight.
I know, and please understand it. Like, this doesn't. I mean, I know I'm a cleric, but I don't usually get direct visions from Ilmater. It happened down there. I know.
What's the element there?
Sorry, this is probably maybe a.
Is this like a private conversation?
You're welcome to sit in, but we're kind of talking shop a bit, so it might be a little. You might not understand everything we're talking.
I'm gonna sit next to the pretty elf and I'm gonna have a glass of wine.
Okay.
Oh, is he? Oh, is he?
He seems a tad bit saucy.
Yeah, Theron, don't sweat it anymore.
Don't keep it talking about
A
Ilmater.
bit of a chaotic decision you made. But yeah, just don't do that again.
Can we as a group, though, agree that if you are going to do something that is that off the wall, that you at least give us a heads up? This is something that I had a plan that,
Like, I'm going to cut my throat.
yeah,
Yeah.
something as simple as
That
that.
would have been nice.
I'm sure you guys would have let me do it.
I mean, if you explain that you have a resurrection spell, it worked out in the end, but there's a level of trust that comes with any group and any working group. Even if you want to say that we are just that, you can't.
You guys are a weird family.
No, look, I get it. Here's Gregory. I didn't know if the spell would work.
But you can't do that. You can't sacrifice yourself without having a conversation. I know you want to be the one to give it all up. I know your deity. I know what you believe. But you're part of something bigger than just you.
I'm not looking to be a martyr. I just want to be clear. I'm not. I don't have a martyr
That
complex.
was a modern move, but
That was very much a lot of you.
I did what I thought my deity was guiding me towards. It was a vision, and it took interpretation. And in the moment, maybe I didn't interpret it the way he wanted me to, but I felt like that was what he was leading me towards. But I agree, I will. It's not something I hope to ever have to do again.
I can very much appreciate that. I do applaud you for that level of trust. It's something I could never have. But in the same token, please understand that it is not just you. It's true. That is all I ask. And however you interpret that, take it as you will. But it is not just you.
Consider you my friends now. So we'll get there.
By this point,
You are my friend.
Yeah, that was-
Ismark is snoring in his chair, and Arthur just looks up and says, "Friends, I feel like you may be the only family that I have at this point. I don't know what I would do if I lost any of you. Even you, Arkin. You have your quirks. You're a little bit scary at times, but I find your presence oddly comforting."
Good to know. With that, I take on my form of dread.
You know, I've been meaning to ask you about that.
Yes.
What is this? What is this thing?
Are we immediately terrified?
It is definitely scary.
Arthur draws a dagger underneath the table.
Yeah, I am curious.
Is it like what a tiefling would look like?
Now,
No.
like
Yeah.
this form that you're taking on? Does it
okay,
happen with
so-
like a very scary like? Are we taken like by surprise by this?
it should take you by surprise.
Okay.
It's definitely a form of dread.
Okay.
That's what it's called, and
Okay.
and it looks like I stretch a little.
Okay.
Eye sunken, hair becomes straggly, and it's almost as if it like the dark roots kind of look.
Okay.
My hands become claws. And
Is it almost like you have the same amount of mass? It's just that
Stretch.
you're like stretching out.
stretching out.
Okay.
Super creeped.
And like the shadows kind of
Okay.
sink into me, and it's meant to cause fear.
Okay, then I probably would jump. I'm probably sitting in a chair. I'd probably stand up and
I'm sorry, it was just it's the wine, and I go back to my normal.
what?
A little
Oh wow.
form of dread
Yes,
action.
and I actually took my character from that character.
Wow.
Wanda.
Yo, what was that? What is that? What
That's a fun little thing to
Yeah.
you're drinking.
It's
Jeez, I'm not gonna sleep well tonight.
I thought I just said you guys were family, but I'm gonna have some fucking nightmares for
I'm sorry.
the next couple nights.
It's dysfunctional.
As is everything.
Ugh. Why does that happen?
It is a form that I can take on certain number of times in a day. It allows me to cause fear in my enemies.
Okay, but like, are we your enemies or?
No.
But why now?
What do you mean?
I mean, why take on the form now?
Just to play.
You have an interesting sense of
It got too
humor.
emotional.
I wanted to ask you.
Yeah,
you
you're trying to break
seem
that.
the pale as well.
I
Where are you from?
I smile, and as I smile, there are two fangs.
Okay. Okay, well, Marge, parlay. What's that?
What is that?
I don't know. I'm asking you, the vampire hunter.
Do I
in the
know
group.
that?
Give me a
I-
history check.
I'll give her a word to help her. Dampier.
Dampier? Dampier?
Mm-hmm.
DH.
You want history?
Yeah.
All right. It's okay.
Ten?
Don't if before I can give her guidance before the outcome.
Yes.
I'm gonna. You're thinking hard, and I see you trying to like kind of like rack your brain and like think back.
But I'm
And I
also
put-
2 glasses of wine.
And I put my hand on your shoulder and I'm like,
Memory.
you got
What?
it. You got it.
I forgot that was a thing.
And I give her guidance, and you get to add a d4.
Huh. That's a really good, like, that's a really, from a story perspective, that's really excellent.
14
Yeah.
then. Wow.
Damn fear before. Go ahead and look it up there on your cellular device.
On your magic,
On
Your
my
magic small screen.
D&Dcopedia.
Yeah, your D&D Wikipedia.
I thought you could just type a random word in and just put 5e at the end of it, and it's like,
Yes.
this is what you were looking
Correct.
for.
Okay,
Absolutely.
DH.
DHAMP.
Right away. It was listening to me. 5e.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Read what it says. Now you'll understand why it says human in quotations next to Arkin, the warlock sorcerer.
It's why I can move a little bit
I'm
faster.
just trying to find like a quick paragraph.
A quick
that
description.
Tells me, and it's okay.
I can also do
There's
this.
some magic in this one.
Michael, you gotta adjust your camera, man.
Me?
Yeah.
What's up with it?
Your head's cut off. You gotta push it up.
You to be able to see your
As-
shirt.
Where are we?
Where are you?
Yeah.
You are in the dining hall of the Burgomaster's mansion.
Okay.
There you go.
I stand up
Mm-hmm.
and go over to a wall. And you see
Standing
me
by the
just go and climb up the wall.
Whoa.
Wow.
I'd say
And when I get like 10 feet off the ground, I just like let go and drop down to the.
Wow. With no injury.
presumably.
Presume it's
Okay.
it's. I was just doing it for
Okay.
What you got for us here?
And he takes 10 fall damage.
right.
It's a little drunken
I
stuff.
just like. Yeah, I mean, okay. Damper.
Damper.
Well, as far as I know, the Damper is the descendant of the vampires.
Theron's eyes go
Same with Arthur.
like he actually can't hide it. Like,
Is
he,
this,
he becomes you can see in his eyes that he's alarmed
Based
if
on-
anyone's looking at Theron's face.
Based on Gregory's age, but I know what a dampier is. I'm like 180.
You probably heard the name before also. Yeah.
I feel like Gregory wouldn't be surprised,
Yeah.
given like his knowledge of the land in combination with his fiendish features.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Gregory would advocate a little bit for him in this situation.
Okay.
To be precise, he's more of a hybrid. He's a descendant, but not a pure-blooded descendant.
And
My mother was
takes,
human.
Arthur takes his dagger and he was gonna stab it on the table and say, "Explain yourself," but your mother was human.
Mother was human. Father, from what I've heard, took her against her will or controlled her.
Do you know the fiend's name?
Why do you think I'm in Barovia?
Oh,
Wait.
I just got goosebumps.
I hate it when I'm right.
You're searching for your father.
To kill him.
We know where his father
And he
is.
flips the dagger up so it's like point upward instead of point down, and he says, "His name."
That's good.
That's something that we're going to have to talk about. Off the table. GM.
Okay.
To the character.
All right. Arthur doesn't say that.
Oh man, that was good.
Well, I mean, can I ask? You can just choose not to. Yeah. Tell me his name.
Can I say someone that we've met?
Yeah.
The orc back at the tavern.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, you
Yeah,
get
Lord.
My lord.
Maylor?
But
Get it?
you can say the name.
That's what I'm saying.
Maylor.
Malin.
And Arthur just looks at you and he says, We've fought me.
Kind of.
Tried to fight me.
I'd say fought was a positive word to use in that sentence.
Didn't you notice the family resemblance?
We weren't really looking at his features, more so the fact that he
Trying to kill us.
snapped Gregory's neck and left him on the ground for dead.
To be honest, you weren't with us then, so.
No.
Yeah, there's also that.
But we did beat him. I saw him.
Didn't you say
Outside of
something?
the house.
I'm saying something now. I wasn't about to simply say, hey, I'm half vampire. Is that okay?
It's like, does he know that you are his son?
I'm not sure.
Well, I half want to kill you right now.
But hopefully half don't.
I half don't.
I think everybody.
I think this is a new dynamic.
Maybe this is a conversation we should have when we are not having wine.
Yes.
See, I thought that was perfect
Kill,
for this
whether we
conversation.
kill Arkin or not.
No,
What if we focus
this wine is strong.
good? Wizards of the coast of the wine make a strong
The wine coast.
Wizards of the wine coast.
Wine coast wizards.
Um,
And we got a vampire lover.
no.
No.
I think he loves vampires.
Not exactly.
I think it would be best
I misspoke. I'm sorry.
if we all called it an evening.
Yeah.
Oh, March is like on edge.
I don't think it's fair to.
Perhaps.
But also drunk.
Go ahead, Gregory. Yes.
2 glasses. It was only 2 glasses.
I don't think it's fair to suddenly not trust him entirely. It does raise some questions, and I think these questions can be addressed in the morning. Can everyone swear to me that we will not make any actions this evening? We will have a conversation in the sobriety of the daylight.
March
It's not fighting.
feels like very.
I'll be honest, this sounds like the beginning of a murder mystery where we wake up in the morning and he's dead. And Arthur ends up being the murderer.
Arthur proposes that he and Marge stand watch over Arkin's room for the night.
Yes.
Out of his earshot.
March
We won't
is
take it, we
feeling
will not
very,
take any
very
action.
protective.
We will not take any action unless necessary.
You're not going to sleep.
But I will not. I'll
Don't
keep
you have
half
to
the
rest
night.
to get spells back?
These ones.
Oh, fuck you.
She's actually being a
Hey,
fighter.
I don't know exactly where I
I'm trying to be persuasive.
Yep,
I think I will take first watch, Marge. Perhaps you can watch it for the rest of the
Arkin, do you have a problem with this? I do apologize. I trust you, but I understand the concerns. Do you have a problem with...
No, not at all.
How does Arkin sleep?
I'm just.
Okay.
Dead.
Okay. I was gonna say, do we need to get the coffin that the dead burgomaster was in or
No.
anything
Yeah.
like that? Okay.
In fact, you've cast Detect Dead, haven't you?
Detect evil and good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why you wanted him cremated because you wanted his coffin.
I do want to ask, like,
It's a little comfy.
Are we gonna make a bunch of
Pillow?
racist
Did you
vampire
see Pillow?
comments now?
so
Before I turn it,
You have to look at that
why
coffin.
do you want to kill your dad?
Because of what he did to my mother.
So, why wouldn't a vampire turn the human to make their offspring stronger?
I feel like you're asking a lot of questions that you probably wouldn't know the
If you know,
answer to.
if you know, I don't know who else. I don't. Well, maybe Marge would know.
Let's just say he left my mother in a broken state.
Sorry. It's a lot of information, and I'm trying to process it. So,
And I do think it's, like I said, worth sleeping on as
Yeah.
much as we can. I do understand the concern from everyone, and I by no means trying to validate it, but I do think there is a level of trust for the evening that we should have amongst the group, not just Father.
When you cast Turn Undead, it doesn't matter. You're not picking creatures, right?
correct.
So you've noticed that doesn't have any effect on me at all.
He's right.
He's not on that.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
He's had a few.
You've been forthright with us, Arkin. I don't know why you waited till now, but thank you.
Didn't seem appropriate at the time.
Marge heads to the kitchen. Can she try to find some garlic?
Yeah, there's garlic in the. Yeah, Theron has garlic.
I have garlic.
He's got garlic.
Do you want some
I
holy water?
I like bust the clove and I'm rubbing it on like perfume. And I'm just doing it to
Do
everybody.
you want to mix it with holy water? Do you want to mix the garlic with holy water?
It's really good.
Yeah.
It
So,
reminds me of like
do you want? Yeah, you should. So you're gonna make
juice
some
and bread. Juice and bread, yes, with butter.
With bread. Yeah, I would kill.
Yes.
What? I was this
Sorcery.
Arthur,
for butter.
Arthur looks at you, Arkin, and he says, I don't know yet if I can trust you, but I will give you the benefit of the doubt. It seems like your interests align with ours. Will you accompany us? So we can also assist you in your mission.
Would be appreciated.
I feel like a few of us here have a little bit of a personal history with Malon and wouldn't mind driving a stake through that fiend's heart.
Is Maylord still in my head at this point? I know you haven't really dove into that since that.
Not right now.
Okay.
Perhaps we can have at least an arrangement. I don't know if we could ever trust you.
You
like I
don't
trust
kill me,
them.
I don't bite you. That kind of thing.
Yes.
I agree to that.
Then we are of an accord.
I prefer civics, but okay. Sorry, it was there. I know that was really bad. I'm sorry. It was there. It was there.
Then perhaps we rest for the evening and set out in the morning, and I guess we see what awaits us when the sun rises. You're okay with the sun, right?
Oh, there's a sun in Barovia.
I suppose not. How do you feel about running water?
He doesn't have rabies.
What would you know about that?
Arthur's seen a few things.
Okay.
It is one of the ways to destroy a vampire.
Well,
I think,
you don't have to
Theron-
answer that question.
Theron gets up.
I do prefer a dwarf.
Understood.
Theron gets up and says, well, I don't know about all of you, but I'm gonna turn in for the night.
Agreed. I'm gonna watch him, but we'll swap.
I
We'll swap in the wee hours and
I walk over to Arkin and I say, thank you for
sure.
sharing this with us. And I do like the
Okay.
The bro handshake.
it's like a Roman
It's the Spartan handshake.
yeah, whatever. Old ancient
Yeah, I was just checking to see if there were weapons.
the antiquities
It's
handshake.
what frat boys did back in like 12,000 BC.
And
Right.
Yes.
as you tuck in for the night,
And but I do that as a sign of like
That's
to
what
try
it
to
was.
of
Check for
Oh, yeah.
weapons.
you know,
Like to
set
alleviate-
Arthur at ease a little
yeah,
bit.
to alleviate tension.
Because I think Arthur gets a little amped up sometimes, and I'm just like, I want him to see that, like, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt right now.
Well, I think it makes sense that Arthur and Marge are both very protected at the moment.
Yeah.
They're both on edge.
Yeah, I think it very much tracks. Like,
And then I walk past Arthur, and I put my hand on his
We're
shoulder.
gonna have to get
I
it.
put my hand on his shoulder, and I squeeze it, and I'm like,
I'm not going to.
it's gonna be okay, brother. And then I head up to my room.
Glad you think so. And Arthur settles in at the corner of Arkin's room for the night and takes watch. And as the moon sets on the night and the sun begins to rise and Marge takes over watch, the sun rises on the next day in Barovia. And as you wake and ready your equipment, steal a few more bottles of wine.
I was gonna say, I'm definitely.
Or-
You definitely went through them the night before.
Well, no, I definitely like took 2 bottles with me to bed. Bear in mind, I'm an elf. It takes a lot.
True.
At least in Lord of the Rings.
As you
Legolas couldn't get drunk.
heal a couple more bottles, and the sun rises over the next morning. You find a grumpy Bildrith waiting outside with a donkey and a wagon.
Oh, that type of ass.
Yeah,
I got it now.
I did try for others, but Barovia is not exactly.
Not a fruitful land.
Okay.
It's
And,
hard for the hell out here.
That is where we will end for tonight, and we will set out from the village of Barovia
Love it.
the next time.
Very good.
Great job.
Yeah.
You will now set out with Ismark and Arena. And we will. This lasted pretty well. This did pretty good.
Yeah, they're shot now.
Yeah, that's good though. We will. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. 2 weeks.
Let's see. Let's go to the screen and the little